wizard hole. We're ready for some very online cyberpunk RPG bullshit. My friends who just introduced themselves, but for the edit later, we're going to do it one more time. Let's go around. My online friends, starting with...
I'm Tyler, and I play Lance.
I'm Lily, and I play Bobby Babbiato.
And I'm Lies.
Thank you for bearing with me. This is the second or third time we've tried this introduction, but I think it's going great this time. So the fifth time, the first 4th, 10th time, the first 9 times there was no audio, and then I had minor spoilers on screen, so I wanted to get those off. And so now we're ready to just hop right into the game. So in case you missed the last episode, it's one of the best we've ever done. It's the first one we had with these nifty effects that you'll see on screen right now that cover up for the fact that we can't get the cameras to shoot in high def for some reason. But now it looks intentional because we've got these VHS overlays that look pretty good. The last session had A and Z-team together. We were doing the last of the season finale episodes. It's supposed to be like 1 episode. It ended up being 3. That's how it goes. In that episode, a bunch of stuff happened. A lot of stuff was kind of wrapped up, including some time travel stuff, a rivalry between an intelligence organization called New Cambridge Analytica and Russo Corp. But the most important thing that happened is that everybody got arrested. And everybody is now serving time in jail, not prison, as they await their trial, with the exception of Lies over here.
I'm innocent, guys. Always innocent.
Lies had the genius move of, during this altercation on the I-90, where there were many, many witnesses, of sneaking off and getting on a Greyhound bus.
I mean, everybody was very distracted by this very public spat between a giant black helicopter and a bunch of other people.
We were all so distracted that like 20 minutes passed. They said, Lies, what are you up to? And you were like, is there a bus nearby? And then you got on the bus.
I was like, no, I'm more like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, who are you looking for? I mean,
yeah. I mean, it was such a good idea that going off with you was Steel Skull Jack Hennessy, who is the Russo Corp attaché/driver who helped you on this mission, who managed to stow on board 4 prisoners, 3 of them wearing prison garb and I think still manacled, and the 4th one with a ball gag in his mouth and on a dolly a la Hannibal Lecter, who got put into storage for the 90-ish minute bus ride back into Manhattan.
I mean, that's what Greyhounds are for.
Yep, that's what they're for. The other team, the A-team, was abandoned by their 2 handlers who got an Uber and also left. So, with that said, let's step right back into the game where Magnus, Lies, you are stepping off of a Greyhound bus right outside the Javits Center. It is, still December right now, December 3rd. I think it's like December 5th at this point, somewhere in early December. You're stepping off the Greyhound. Steel Skull Jack Hennessy is getting off. There's a bunch of other just people that are getting off, in the lovely...
Everyone's getting off.
Everyone's getting off near the West Side Highway, let me tell you.
But over there, it's a mess.
It is very early in the morning. This was a red-eye bus, a famous red-eye bus. And Steel Skull Jack Hennessy turns to you and goes, Lies, buddy, why don't you come over here and help me get this cargo out the back while our boys stretch their legs. Now, Handy, you don't fucking run off or I'll goddamn shoot you. His cyberarm collapses, a shotgun comes out, he points it at him. Over a couple of children who look up, and their mom who goes, wow, New York City, crazy. Our first mugging.
That's what the tourists come for. And anyway, I join with Steel Skull.
So Steel Skull, without waiting for the bus driver to come open it, slams his hand on the side of the bus and starts with one arm just like pulling Dang Rusty's dolly out, knocking a bunch of other baggage onto the ground. Dang Rusty's dolly hits hard, bounces a little bit, and his ball gag flies. His ball gag flies right out of his mouth as he is tied up in this place. And then,
Well, god dang. I mean, it's fine that they ball gagged me, but I don't understand why they had to make it penis flavored.
Well, shit, he can talk. I thought he was being quiet this whole time. I wasn't looking that close. You okay, son?
Yeah, I mean, you could be a little bit more gentle with the precious cargo when you're pulling them out of the baggage here.
So he's holding you and like looking over the side. He goes, "Well, that's good to hear." Looks over and says, "Handy, I told you to stop." Drops the dolly.
Oh, god dang!
And runs across the street. Says, "Lies, you're still on the clock. You watch all of them, especially that one."
Is he safe?
Steel Skull's already gone. He's firing his shotgun into the air. Some cops turn to look at him. He goes, "Don't worry about it. I'm just trying to catch this guy."
Well, come on, boy. Unstrap me.
So I kind of stand aside and sort of peer at him a bit like this, because it's the Penn Station maniac.
Yeah, Ilsevich and Tutenkin walk over and they go, "Look, Penn Station maniac with his silver tongue trying to get us to pull him out of Dolly as if we are foolish. He will grab car, drive it right into our bodies."
Well, god dang, boys, come on now. You know, I don't even have a car right now.
Oh, there are many cars in New York City. You will find one and drive it right into people while singing your famous catchphrase.
God dang, did I have a famous...
You don't remember? Maybe it was dubbed online. I don't know. I watched many memes. It was like one of those, don't worry about it, you know? Let's just keep him locked up. What do you think? What's your name again?
I'm Lies.
Would you mind undoing these manacles of me and my friend here?
Now, boy, you're gonna help them before you help me, boy. Come on now, I swear.
So I think we should wait until Mr. Hennessy's finished off with his business. Unfortunately, I'm not very handy with manacles.
While you're saying this, a shotgun gets placed right between the manacles and blasted off maybe like 3 feet from your face. Steel Skull, fire truck carrying Handy goes, "You boys didn't run off. I think you've earned not having the manacles on," and shoots them all and says, and then points the gun at you and says, "Get out of the way, Lies. I'm going to shoot his handcuffs off." He fires the gun and then hands it to Tenkin and says, "I'm out of ammo. Reload this thing," and throws some bullets at him. And then puts one arm akimbo, holding Handy up, sniffs the air and goes, "Oh my God, you know I have to say, the old ball and chains RV not on my conscience anymore. I gotta find a new bed, but feeling like a new man. Let's all take the subway."
Well, yeah, you're gonna take me on the subway like this, or you're gonna undo? I'm actually. You know what? Yeah, why don't you wheel me right on that subway? That seems like living in the lap of luxury.
He squints his eyes and goes, "All right, now that you want to be dollied on this subway, I'm kind of confused. What trickery is this, dang Rusty?"
Trickery? Oh, I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to be the youngest police lieutenant in the force. And I think being wheeled around by a man so thick as yourself would be quite a treat.
He gets the shotgun back from Tutenkin, who's reloaded it, points it in your face and goes, "Boy, if you're lying to me, I'm going to put this right in your mouth and pull the trigger, and I promise you, this one's not penis flavored."
Well, flavor is it?
I don't know, probably like the inside of my arm, probably like grime and grease and diesel engine, like I do. I do the thing where I spoot out the gas.
Vroom, vroom.
I would vroom. Unfortunately, I did let off all my steam twice during the last session, so I can't do that.
I don't know that my poor heart could take it if you'd vroom it. Remind me of my old trusty steed, the Flying Tomato. She was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Tutenkin says, "Shall I put ball gag back in his mouth? He is talking a lot, and silver tongue of Satan, dang Rusty Penn Station bandit, has gotten him in many cars and many things like that." And Steel Skull looks at you and goes, "Yeah, he's being weird. You better put that ball gag right back in his mouth." And then...
Oh, no, not the penis!
They put it in, and then it says, "All right, Lies, why don't you go hack us up some what do they do now? I don't think they do Metro cards anymore. Hack us up some credentials so we can take the subway. Boys, get on my shoulders." And then he puts Ilsevich and Tutenkin on his shoulders and says, "Lies, you can wheel Mr. Rusty over here." And he just like picks it up in one hand with the boys on the shoulders and kind of throws the dolly at you.
So I actually buy a ticket for all of us. I mean, heck, it's like, it's only a couple of bucks, guys.
When Steel Skull sees the ticket, he goes, "My God, this is the most realistic forgery, and you did this how fast?" My God.
Very, very quick.
I should learn hacking. I always say that.
It's a very simple thing to do. And anyway, let's get going.
All right, and you all get on the A train. You take that A train down all the way to L train at 8th Ave and 14th Street, where you connect to the fortified L train that warns about the dangers of going into Null districts as you travel all the way down to the Myrtle Wyckoff Demilitarized Zone. It stops and it says, "Welcome to the Myrtle Wyckoff Demilitarized Zone." Doors open up, and then there are cops who like walk in and point guns at everybody, and they just like, safety check, are you feeling safe? And then kind of wander out. And then, after that, you step out into the heavily policed area. The cops pay no mind to Dang Rusty. They're like, this must be some kind of exhibitionist shit, as they point the guns at him.
I mean, you do get everything in the DMZ.
Cosplay prisoners, a gun, checks out. But they say, show us your tickets. And that's, they look at them and they're like, wow. The realest forgeries I've ever seen. Good job. Hand them back to you. And then, you walk through the area. Other cops look at you. Mech suit people look at you. One of them flexes to Skill Skull, who flexes back while holding all of the people. You overhear them saying, like, I bet you couldn't hold 4 of us. And the mech suit, like, whaps him. And then,
I mean, it's good to be with the locals. What can I say?
Yeah, the local cops. It's great. You wander through into the Russo Corp territory of Ridgewood on your way to Johnny's Cafe. Steel Skull at some point getting tired and letting everybody down so they can walk on their own. You've still got Dang Rusty in your little dolly. And you finally make it to Johnny's Cafe.
Handy, do you want to wield the famous Penn Station Maniac a little?
He goes, I'd love to do that, but what with me being chased down and all that, I still got my manacles on, and I don't know if I could do a dolly with the manacles on. What with there being like handles and all that, he says, and it says, sorry, buddy, I it's on you. It's on you. He steps back, arms up.
It's okay. But you'll have missed that opportunity for life.
He says, oh, well, I gotta take it. I got the manacles on. Tatankin says, well, I'll do it if I was asked, but I guess...
Go ahead.
He goes, I wasn't really asked. Now it feels like charity, so I'm just gonna step back over here. Dang it. Lies, you're getting his depression all act up again. Why do you think he was in prison? He's got a mental illness, boy.
Criminal depression.
Oh, yeah. You'd be surprised. He didn't get out of bed at all. Right to jail.
So the full checking out of for Myrtle Wyckoff was just a depressive episode.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, it's just nice to ask people, Yeah. Not just offer them after they feel sorry for themselves. I thought you had a bit more manners than that. He says as he holds open the doors to Johnny's Cafe, he goes, all right, everybody, get on inside. We're going to talk to Abram. And you get the standard pat down from Vilma, who, seeing you, goes, oh, hacker boy. Goes, cyberdeck in the corner. You know how it goes.
It's no problem. Just don't jack in this time.
She goes, yeah, no problem. She takes it from you, hands it over to Yanni, who's polishing glasses over by the bar in the back room. Abram Sokolov is playing darts in the corner.
But by the way, on the way across, I dumped all the data in there off onto the BMAS server and wiped it.
At what point did you do that?
Because we had like 90 minutes.
On the Greyhound bus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely fine. And Steel Skull Jack Hennessy was like listening to some music, and Andy was sleeping. You're like, nobody was watching you.
Yep.
You're good. They assumed you were watching porn or something. A classic bus behavior.
What else would I do?
Yeah, exactly. So Abram Sokolov doesn't turn around as he's throwing the darts at the dartboard. Steel Skull starts unzipping his pants and heading for the bathroom, while Totenkin and Ilsevich sit up near Yanni and get some drinks. Handy kind of stands in the corner looking a little nervous. Vilma standing right next to him. And what do you do, Lies?
Mr. Sokolov, I've delivered the cargo.
You hear a dart thunk, and he goes, I feel like there were more of you, and you had a car.
Yes.
He points at a monitor in the corner. He goes, a lot of noise you made.
Well,
the monitor's showing, of course, news footage of this downed helicopter and a bunch of people with guns running around.
Well, it doesn't help when somebody else working on the job decides to check us out.
I'd assume that a hacker worth their salt would have done something to stop this.
It is very simple. It is a simple traffic stop and altercation. I mean, it is no problem and not connected to you.
You killed a lot of cops earlier.
But not tied to the vehicle. The vehicle is trash and all evidence is over here.
So I'm not going to have police officers saying I violate this treaty come kick down my door. Am I?
You've got a total plausible deniability, do you not? Unless, of course, your colleague who's been watching us has been indiscreet.
Steel Skull Jack Hennessy knocks the door open and he goes, Sokolov, you gotta do something about that toilet. I'm telling you, it does not flush at all. I go at it and look, I'm a meaty man. I understand what I do. And I got the oil that comes out through it that pistons all my things. But the oil should, if anything, improve the S-bend down there. This is crazy. Anyway, the point is, the guy's right. He got on the Greyhound. I got on the Greyhound. Nobody questioned any of it. The Greyhound bus guy, that was Bobby. I know Bobby from way back. Rooster Court back in the day when I broke his arm. Back, just joshing around. We're good, Soaks. We're good. This guy's good. Walks over, puts an arm around you, says, you got out of there. And for that, shit. I think you deserve a reward, my friend.
I would never deny proper payment. Especially when extra hurdles are placed in our way.
Sokolov turns around. He's got one dart left in his hand. He's sort of rubbing it in his palm, pressing it up against the skin, but not breaking it. And he goes, okay. Yeah, you're the only one that comes back. I'll pay you what everybody would have gotten. He goes, what was it? 20,000? 5,000 each? I think that was it, because you owe me. You could have 20,000. Take it for all of them. They're in jail, so fuck do they need it for?
Well, it's going to be a lawyer, but again, it is a job, and I have to say, if you have extra parties on the job with conflicting aims, I do not appreciate it. It is not very professional, and I fully expected you to be very professional, as is your general reputation. As cold, but never really putting yourself in harm's way, and the job was seriously endangered by these New Cambridge Analytica fools landing on us as we were making a clean getaway, creating all this distraction on the I-90.
Are you accusing me of something?
No. Accusations, not. Facts, yes. And I know it is always business. And hence why 20,000 might not be entirely appropriate.
He slowly, puts his hand behind his back and pulls out a pearl-handled silver gun.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of points it in your general direction, kind of casually like this. And he goes, facts. You talk a lot. Do you want 20,000 or don't you?
I want 30.
His arm goes rigid, and he fires the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It flies right past your head and hits Handy in the shoulder. Handy slides to the ground, going, "Oh, my bits!" And Sokolov then, sort of twitching, points the gun at you a bit more. His lip curls a bit. Give me a willpower plus composure, rolling against his intimidation.
3 hits.
You got 3 hits? Yeah. When the bullet goes by your head, you flinch. But you still look at him. He goes, 25. So it's not a negotiation. He says, still pointing at you. 25. 5,000 over it when you owe me.
Okay, 25. It's business.
It's business. And I don't ever want to see you again.
We shall see, but probably not. Thank you very much for your business.
He nods.
And again, should we, by chance, have to do business again, I'm willing to do business.
He nods again, puts the gun away, takes the dart out, and goes back to playing darts. throws one, goes back to collect them, says, Steel Skull, take the gag out of dang Rusty's mouth and set him free. And see to cleaning up Tenkin and Ilsevich. Handy, you can leave him there. Lies, go. And Vilma walks over and hands you back your cyber deck. Says, you really should throw this one out.
I know. It was a business condition for me to retain it, as you very well know.
She holds it back and says, do you want me to throw it out for you?
It's got some sentimental value. I'll scrap it myself.
Hands you back the cyber deck. And then you are on your way.
Oh, god dang. I tell you, it tastes like penis, but it does grow on you.
So, with that said, we're now moving time forward a little bit. As we are playing this game in mid-January, we're moving forward to mid-January. So that means that, Lies, you've been out and about for a month and a half, a free individual. Whereas over here, we've got Lance. Let me just switch it over to Lance mode. We've got Lance and we've got Bobby Bobbiano, who have spent a month and a half in jail. Now, this, of course, is in a godforsaken suburb of Ithaca, New York, middle America. Ithaca's fine, but this suburb, it's rough. You know, the kind of place where they don't put up speed limit signs so they can get you when the speed limit drops 20 miles an hour. That's what they do. They put jammers on so you can't connect to Wi-Fi satellites to pick all this up. Just anything they can do to make some money. So that means you two have been in a jail for a month and a half. It's kind of like a halfway jail, halfway prison. They call it a halfway jail. So what have you two been doing? Starting with Lance, what have you been doing for the last month and a half, my friend?
Well, I ended up joining a gang. We're called the Spaghetti Boys because we be meatballing. And,
Okay. Awesome. What?
What? What don't you understand?
Keep going. It's all good.
It's all self-evident.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And we're mostly made up of people, who have been jailed for, doing 5 over in a 25 mile an hour zone and, jaywalking. So it's a pretty fierce gang of hardened criminals.
What sort of things do you do together?
We play a lot of hopscotch. I'm getting pretty good at making sure that I don't do 2 on the 1 block. But the 3 blocks got me all confused.
Sure. So
Yeah.
you're definitely getting the 1x combo 2 sometimes, but then you lose it all in the 3.
Yeah.
How about after that? Or do you just give up at that point?
Oh, at that point, I go back to running the scoreboard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The
How
only
good
one-
are you at that?
I'm really good at the
Do
numbers.
you get past 3 on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get all the way up to 7.
Awesome. I didn't say before, but all of you take 6 karma from the last session that you were all in. All of you for different versions. Bobby Bobbiano for showing off your feet and getting knocked unconscious. Lance for shooting down a attack helicopter. And Lies, of course, for thinking about getting on a Greyhound bus and not getting arrested. And so I want to ask.
Is it shooting on the but it's mostly for the toe work, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, these all seem, it's like all equal. You know, toe.
All foot karma.
6 karma for each one of your toes. So you're there for a month and a half. This is what you're doing. Do you want to spend any of that karma? Are you training yourself at all?
Yeah, I think the hopscotch and the numbers has definitely increased my what would my toe work increase?
Palming?
Yeah, palming. Yeah.
What's your current score? So
My
using
current
the
score for palming is 1.
Oh, so it's karma. New karma cost is 2 times the new rating for
So
skills.
Before, correct?
Before. So if you want to increase,
I'm gonna put palming up 1 and get rid of 4 karma.
and it makes sense because you're usually getting the 2.
Yeah.
And now you have 2 palming.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go ahead and you do that. Now I also want to ask you, for running the scoreboard so well, are you up in your academics as well, or are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I with 0, so I'm gonna spend 1 karma to get
2 points.
two-
It's new
two
rating
karma?
times 2. So
Okay.
that's 6 karma gained, 6 karma lost on a little palming and a little academics.
Yeah.
You know, you feel smarter.
I think I am smarter.
Yeah, your head has grown twice as large as
And
it was.
who say that prison is not educational?
Right, exactly.
I think it's a good system that isn't all horribly
Oh,
flawed.
You're coming around. You're getting there. That's part of the academics too. Bobby Bobbiano, how about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm pretty unhappy with my situation here. Bobby likes to go where Bobby likes to go, and when somebody's preventing me from going where I want to go, I'm not too happy about it. So I did manage to swindle my way into a cell with a little window.
Yeah. How did you manage that?
I'm very charming. I'm very persuasive.
Yeah, and you know all the cops.
Yeah.
I mean, these are
I don't know these
upstate
cops.
Yeah, so these are
Yeah.
all like, yeah.
There's a lot of gingers among them.
Yeah,
Right?
there's a lot of
So you know
gingers.
all their cousins then?
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people named Tucker.
Yeah.
What kind of name is that?
It's not a name at all.
Yeah.
So once I got myself into that window cell, I worked on convincing deer and meese and other. I never seen wildlife like that before. Beautiful, fantastic.
Oh my god, I thought you were talking about a person.
No, like animals outside,
yeah.
deers and moose and like some geese.
Yeah,
You
when
know?
you just like leaning out the window going, hey. Like,
No. I was convincing them with my mind powers to run into and like break in the glass. So they've been very confused dealing with the situation of all the animals running into the jail.
Yeah, at some point while you were doing that, one of the guards come over. His name was Tucker. He was eating a donut, arms crossed, looking through the plexiglass of your cell, watching as the way too large window is getting rammed by a buck and saying, somebody's got to do something about that at some point. I'm on break right now, but somebody's definitely got to do something about that, and walking away as this happens.
Yeah, so just trying to spread some general mayhem. Get to know some.
What other mayhem are you spreading?
No, that's
it's
the
a
mayhem.
bold and buck-proof window, and of course Marge, your cellmate, it just cheers you on the whole time, which gives you a bonus to your drain resistance. You never even notice as you're influencing these animals.
Fantastic.
What other mayhem do you cause, though, or is this all you do?
No, that was it. That's most of what I was doing.
You just want to go.
I'm trying to get out. Yeah, they were also running through. I had them running into the offices, like breaking wherever they can. I'm just trying to.
It's been a month and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, so at some point when you realize that the window's not going down, that's when you're like, well, fuck it. I've got these deer and mice on my arm. I'm gonna have them fuck around in the warden's office. Is that what you're doing?
I'm basically trying to undermine the structural integrity of the jail with animals.
Right. The moment, and you start going elsewhere when you realize that the glass won't give, and you think, oh, the concrete though, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so at some
It's a
point,
bloodbath out
at
there.
some point, the warden, also named Marge, no relation, walks out, pantsuit going, some Nike Vapor Maxes on, a cool haircut and blue lipstick, walks up and says, Bobby Bobbiano, the bucks ramming into things, I don't care about that, but the mice shitting right inside my mocha that I just made for myself based off of the ashes that from my grandmother when she died, to give it a little bit of like extra spunk.
You drinking your dead grandma?
Well, it's only a little bit, so it lasts longer, but the point is, I gotta throw out 1% of grandma every time one of your mice comes and lays a duke right in my
mice?
coffee.
What are you talking about?
Look, I see the buck ramming the window right now, Bobby Bobbiano.
I don't know what you're talking about. You think this is my fault?
I know you got mind powers, it's on your record, and I know you keep fucking around, like poking at Tucker and making him give you half his donuts. And I know you keep saying these suck because they're not the apple cider ones from Red Hook, which I'm sorry, but those were expensive, and he's on a police officer's salary.
I mean, it sounds like, your problem here is that your cops don't know their donuts from their assholes.
Look, here's the thing with you, Bobby Bobbiano. You're such a pain in my butthole that I have positioned everything to lump you in to a court hearing with a bunch of other reprobates, and it's not going to do you so well. You are going to have your own thing. You got a fancy lawyer. You've got a fancy Times Square apartment. You had yourself all set up to get a one-on-one with a Judge Frank. But guess what? I'm putting you with Judge Billy. Judge Billy and a bunch of other reprobates where we just lump all of it together. That's what you're getting, Bobby Bobbiano.
Why do you keep talking about lumps?
I don't know how to answer that question, and I don't like that you've put me in this position. I'm supposed to be the one with authority. I immediately think about the dermatology appointment I just had recently, and now that's all I can think about. It was awful, Bobby Bobbiano. Awful. You should have seen the look they gave me when I turned over and I spread them, and I said, yeah, get rid of these ones too.
That's disgusting. I can't believe you're coming to me and talking about your butthole.
Defeated, she leaves. And the mayhem continues. Bobby Bobbiano breaks the system. So, like, one of you learned to break and hate a system. One of you learned how to love the bomb, I guess, as it were. Do you level up anything during your time doing this, Bobby Bobbiano?
I mean, so would that be some psychomancy or biohacking with, taking over living creatures?
If you want some biohacking, if you've got the numbers for it, and again, that is 2 times the new rating, Karma, which I think yours are pretty good.
I do have.
Unlike palming and, oh, you do? How much karma do you have?
I got 18 right now.
You've got 18. Oh,
yeah, I
shit.
didn't really spend any last session because I was saving up.
Oh, so if you want to increase your biohack, I give this biohacking. This is definitely not psychomancy.
Yeah, that's fair. Sensitivity is like 4. It's a lot more to do with
Sensitivity
attribute,
is 5 times the new rating.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So I think
Can't
for you
do
that's
that. Yeah,
35.
yeah.
I mean, if you want to hold on to it. The other thing you could do is you have a month and a half. Is the other way to raise your magic rating, your sensitivity rating, is to what it's called is gaining an initiate grade, which, you know, normally that means joining like a hermetic tradition, you know, some kind of scholarly tradition, or finding an animal spirit.
I have been really reconnecting with nature. I mean,
that's fine. But here's the thing: is you have to dedicate yourself to this new philosophy. And the thing is, like, Pilgrim gained an initiate grade by following the teachings of Colin Farrell and all the films Colin Farrell was in, but mostly Daredevil, where he played as Bullseye. So it doesn't need to be a classic hermetic tradition. If you could join with nature, that's fine, but you got to commit to it. And I don't think Bobby Bobbiano is becoming an animal lover that way. Now, if it's
I was just focusing on animals for 90 straight days.
Yeah, but you were using animals for 90
so we
straight
could
days.
use
Yeah,
that.
that's fair, that's
if
fair,
it's
that's
about the initiate grade of using people for your own interests, we can maybe talk about that. You people and animals.
Yeah, I used to be people. This is the first time I've used an animal in such a way, and I gotta say, I didn't hate it.
Justify it to me. If you can justify to me how an entire philosophy that can motivate your entire psychokinetic future, because you got to commit to it too. That's the other part of it. Is the initiate grade is something you keep growing. So as you become more and more so.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to do this right now, or do you want to hold on to that idea?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to that idea. I gotta.
We're planting some seeds, though.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know that I can do. But hey, these things, they don't come easy.
These animals ramming into the walls don't come
Oh,
easy?
that's very easy.
That's very easy. Do you want to increase your biohacking, though, while you can? Initiate grade would be 13 karma, just so you know, and that would effectively give you +1 to sensitivity.
Okay.
But we'll do that once you're more ready for it.
Yeah, I'll hold off for now.
Okay.
Because I might also want to buy like a power focus instead, like convert some of that.
I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm off. But I got a +1 to my drain. You said?
Oh no, I was just saying. Well, Marge was cheering you on. That's all. Not like
that.
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
I gave you a new spell last time.
Yeah,
Be
you
grateful.
did. Do you think Bobby's grateful?
No, of course not.
Well, we've been in the clinker for a month. Have we healed at all?
Yeah, I was on the brink of death.
Oh yeah, you get the best socialized medicine that exists, which means genuinely good medicine, which means heal everything fully.
So I mean, that's one of the few things that's improved since 2016.
It actually hasn't improved. It's just that the rest of the healthcare system has gotten so much worse that prison healthcare and congressional healthcare are known as two of the best ones. The new campaign on the free identity parties docket is mostly pushing for the idea of prison healthcare for all. Which of course means no antibiotics, but like the rest of it's pretty good and you don't pay for it. So while this is all happening, and Lance, I have to say, you can't do anything about it, but it might boil your britches that you do see a helicopter from time to time. But we're going to leave that right there and let you stew. Lies, what do you do for this month and a half that you've been off and about?
So one of the first things I do is just to make sure that the car was well and truly bricked, so that they can't really trace where it was.
But by car, you mean the RV?
The RV.
The ball and chain. The old ball and chain.
Yeah, the old ball and chain. I mean, I know that Brains. What's
Steel Skull Jack Henderson?
No.
Abram Sokolov?
No.
Dang Rusty?
No. The hacker.
Oh, Bud.
A-Team hacker. Bud. Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Pretty awful. I'm awful with names. But yeah, I know that he well and truly did a number on the entirety of that IT thing on that RV.
Well, what you find with doing this stuff, we don't need to roll about it, is you find that the engine block was electric, so was the heater in the shower, and so was the refrigerator that would remind you when your beers were empty, which is why a lot of them were half empty, so that Steel Skull didn't know how to turn off the voice and just wanted to stop hearing it. So you leave them half empty, it screws up the logic circuits. But there's nothing to identify anyone other than a single cam shot of the AI of the refrigerator when Bobby Bobbiano goes in and starts taking those half empty cans. That's the only identifier. And guess what? Bobby Bobbiano's already in jail.
And basically, there's nothing directly tying us to that the bridge, crime scene, and general madness?
No, because it was in a Wi-Fi dead zone, and the car was left there, but y'all didn't really like fuck with it too much. And in fact is, any trail that you could find seems to be overwhelmed by the escaped prisoners, and specifically the 4 escaped prisoners that were given guns and went off and became the apple cider donut bandits, rushing off into Red Hook and stealing donuts with a police issue shotgun and handgun. They know that some shit was going on there, but there is only mention.
There is
of
so much chaos and confusion that they couldn't place us at the scene.
Exactly.
My favorite thing.
The only other mention is the escape of the Penn Station Maniac. But people are on the lookout for the Penn Station Maniac. But other than them getting off at the Myrtle Wyckoff Demilitarized Zone L stop, there's nobody else that knew. In fact, they said the closest we've seen is this fantastic cosplayer off the Myrtle Wyckoff Demilitarized Zone. Otherwise, there's been nothing seen. To which the other anchor goes, memes just happen faster and faster these days, Linda. Just within several hours of the Penn Station Maniac going out, they're already cosplaying him. Ex Hannibal Lecter, which was one of my favorite movies, starring, what was his name? Martin Scorsese. That's my impression, Linda. Anyway, back to you. Yeah, so you're good.
Yeah, so
basically.
And the other thing, I just try and make sure that New Cambridge Analytica don't mess up our story when they try and get their people out.
Try to get their people out?
Yeah.
Which people? What are you talking about specifically?
So presumably Buck and
Bug and Galahad.
Galahad.
Oh, yeah. Actually, the interesting thing about Bug and Galahad is it's hard to find reasons why, but some kind of deal was made that released Galahad early, and Bug is pending children's court. Soon. Not soon, but about a week after the court case that these two are going to have.
Okay.
And if you follow closely, you can absolutely follow the court date that they're issued. Now, Lance, as somebody who had a big gun, has been lumped in with this large number of people to try to just take care of the burden in the town's court backlog. But you notice that Bobby Bobbiano, for reasons giving bad behavior, was also lumped in with Lance and the other reprobates, even though for a while it looked like Bobby Bobbiano had some amazing lawyers set up.
But that's the thing. So I one of the other first thing I try to do is basically get in touch with Bobby's lawyer just to make sure that the representation gets out there as soon as possible.
Oh, so you're the person that sets it up.
Yeah, because the thing, I need to make sure that they get a lawyer properly pretty damn quick.
Bobby was spending all this time trying to get the good cell with the window. Bobby was like, I'll get to the lawyer eventually. I just got to make sure I got a view.
Well, I don't know what she did, but I know that while presumably she was still kind of out of it, basically, when I know that they got arrested, I try and get the lawyer on the case.
Okay, and what about for Lance?
Well, I hope they can do a package deal. But otherwise, the other thing is I try and get through the Brooklyn Mutual Aid Society. See, they must know some PDs, right?
They in fact so the moment you even the insinuation of a package deal is rejected outright by Bobby's lawyer, saying, well, my client was knocked unconscious in a van. As far as we know, they were drinking beers and a hostage. The other person had a big gun. And there's reason to believe they shot a helicopter, and they have undue bias against helicopters, which is a hate crime, by the way. So we're in a situation here where I'm absolutely not going to lump these two together. But B-Mouse comes back to you and is like, bummer about that lawyer not making a package deal, but we got somebody who's a celebrity, somebody who got off on some insane charges by pulling some wild stunts. They represented themselves, and they said, we think we can get them. They're really righteous. They're like they fucking hate the system in a way that I can't even imagine. So you know what? We're gonna put out a call to them, and we go 50-50 on the payment. I think we can make this happen. We'll get your boy out, but your boy's gonna owe us for this one, right?
Sure. I mean, he does need representation. How much? I mean, I know the public defender system isn't what it used to be. So how much do we have to cover?
Well, this isn't really a public defender. I have a feeling that maybe You know, let's throw down 10,000 just as a pool, and then we'll see what they actually need.
It's okay.
They might do it on principle. They're one of those types. I mean, this is like a classic Second Amendment issue. You know, he had a gun, he shot it. What's wrong with that?
No one was hurt.
Well, I guess that matters too. That's kind of less of the point. But yeah, no, we'll make some phone calls. We'll get this celebrity on, get them on notice.
Okay.
Do you do anything else?
I just say monitor that as they go through the system, making sure that nothing too stupid happens.
Yeah.
And that Lance doesn't say something too stupid.
Yeah. There was some point where Lance getting a bit rowdy over the hopscotch court because of somebody else who kept just skipping 3 entirely, was almost transferred to a supermax prison as a result of what were you doing?
Huh? I was trying to pull his toes off.
Yeah, exactly that.
Well, if you're not gonna hop the scotch properly, then you don't get to hop scotch at all.
Yeah, but you managed to stop the transfer and instead give him discipline, which is only 1 meatball for dinner for the rest of the week.
Considering he's part of the meatball crew, that's a stiff penalty.
So let's fast forward to the actual court case right now. Now,
yeah, and I also do a couple other research bits, but consider that later.
Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll come back to that. So, the thing about this shitty town that's maintained by the NYPD LLC sort of like police force, but has its own sort of traffic system. Traffic court system. What you notice is like this is a beautiful, beautiful courthouse. It is massive. And it has a picture of a car hitting somebody with an X through it and all sorts of other stained glass windows showing various crimes, such as traffic crimes, such as running stop signs and hitting someone with a car, running a traffic light and hitting somebody with a car, running into a school bus where the children are falling out of the school bus and getting hit by the car. It's just like all sorts of things all around the place. There's an organist in the background. The judge is on the highest podium you've ever seen. It's like 30 feet up in the air. They have a microphone. There's a DJ off in the corner. There's all the seating below. It's a NYPD LLC shitty town traffic court. It's like, this is how they make the money. This is how they do it. And so with that, hey, Daisy Chain, can you come in here for a second? Todd, I need you on standby, all right? But, not quite yet. Daisy Chain, if you'll come in.
If he ends up in the same court as everybody else because of his bloody deep weed charges, that'd be funny as fuck.
You know what, actually, Todd? Why don't you come in here, too, at the same time? This'll be fine. All right, everybody, hold up 1 second while we get everybody in here. We're just gonna cut to another camera just for a minute.
I have...
All right, and we are back with some new people. Let me just make sure I pop these 2 overlays on screen. Oh, let me make sure this one is up. Yep, here we go. So when you get to this amazingly huge traffic court, regal and powerful, it used to be a mega church, but before churches were made illegal in New York State. You see that the DJ starts blasting some tunes as everybody is ushered down. There's some dancers going off in front of you, and you're lined up. It's you, Lance. It's you, Bobby. It is about a half dozen other reprobates, some of them wearing suits, some of them wearing dockers, some of them wearing no pants at all. They've been in jail so long the clothing is rotted right off their bodies. And then over here you have this lovely young woman at the end. You're all manacled together, fastened together, carrying a small dog.
Well, hi.
Yeah, let's move this a little closer.
How's my microphone?
I'm hoping it's good because we can't double check that right now. So hopefully Rankinton's in chat and can tell us if the mic's good. Who knows? Thanks.
Well, hi.
So you're over here, Daisy Chain, on the far corner, and then you've got you two on the other side. You're next to each other. Do you two say anything as you go?
Hey, it's this guy. What's up? How you doing?
No talking in my courtroom. The name's Judge Billy, and I don't take no guff. Now, where is your public defender? And that's when door opening in the back of the room, the spotlights scanning back into the back, and a DJ going, and presenting your celebrity lawyer, Todd Roberts.
It's Todd. It's Todd is your lawyer.
You like wander down the hall up to the front.
Oh my.
I'm gonna immediately make eye contact and say, "Hello, Billy."
My
Bobby?
God. What are you doing in my courtroom, Todd? I've read a dozen Vice articles about you.
Judge Billy, Bill,
Judge Billiam, please.
Billiam. I'm so excited to speak with you. I feel that you and I, we have a lot to talk about. And my clients here, they've been held without bail for an extended period of time, and I am here to discuss that.
Well, the reason they were held without bail was to make sure that we could get as much money out of the system as we could, obviously. And I'll tell you this. You might have had a libertarian when you talked your way out of court, declaring yourself a sovereign citizen against Judge Hankey. But I'm a capitalist, sir, but not a libertarian sort. I believe the system works, and you won't be able to sovereign citizen your way out of this courtroom. Oh, and that's Judge Billy throwing some deep shade back at Todd. Let's see if he's got a retort, says the DJ in the corner.
You and I have so much more in common than you think. Libertarian, capitalist, we're here to discuss inalienable rights. The rights of shooting your guns into the air with pride. The rights of having an identity outside of a fictional corporate identity. Sir, I will get you to understand the sovereign citizen movement by the end of this trial.
Oh, right. And prosecutor, do you have anything to say? The prosecutor goes, no, I think this is going to go great. I'm just going to sit this one out for now. I got a phone call to make. I'll be right back. And the judge goes, all right, well, let's read the charges. What we have here is Lance over here who fired a gun and allegedly shot down a helicopter, threatening the lives of multiple people and stopped traffic for a long time, which of course is what this court is more known for. The DJ presses a button and a light opens up behind the stained glass window that represents a bunch of cars stopped with them all running into people. And then we have Bobby Bobbiano here, who is being charged with drinking while in a car and being at the scene of the crime and ramming animals into windows, which is a potential attempted destruction of property. Then we've got over here, we've got William J. Macy, who of course ran a stop sign. We have Billiam J. Hasey over here, who also ran a stop sign. We've got Hank Williams over here, who ran a school bus over a stop sign. And then, of course, we have on the far side, Daisy Chain, Grand Theft Auto. Now, just to make things simple, we're going to run all of these charges together into a lump sum. We're going to take the moving violations. We'll bump that up to like manslaughter. No, we'll bump that up to Grand Theft Auto. I think Grand Theft Auto is a good middle ground here. You shot a gun, that's definitely more than Grand Theft Auto. You committed Grand Theft Auto, which is appropriate, and you all, kind of stole the right of a stop sign to stop you three in the middle.
With malicious
intent. So I
intent.
figure we'll go up and down and kind of meet in the middle at Grand Theft Auto for all of you. That feels fair to me? DJ goes, feels fair to me, Judge. Whoa, wicka wicka. Says, all right. And now, as the first Bill in this room, surrounded by three others apparently, because names are hard to come up with, I will allow you now to make your opening statement, Todd, and good luck.
Yes,
buddy.
Your Honor. May I approach the bench, Your Majesty?
Well, I like the Your Majesty part. I was going to say no, but I'm warming up to you minute by minute. My God.
You see?
He leans back and he kind of looks in a mirror and settles his wig a little bit, goes, and looks back and says, all right.
Your Majesty, I can tell that you are clearly a wise and fair citizen of your prestige. Now, my clients here. My clients, William, Billiam, Hank, this nice Miss Daisy Chain. We all love her, right? Look at her. She's gorgeous.
Well,
And then, of course, old
hi.
acquaintances that happen to be here. I would pose it to the court.
Do we know him?
You remember him?
I should point out that it might be hard. I should have said this to recognize Todd because, see, last you knew Todd had been doing those CRISPR treatments, but was, more mass than lean. But now what you see is a man with a single cat eye, a lean muscle, grown at least 4 inches taller. And the fedora is now just jet black. There's no check pattern in it at all.
Yeah, I don't know who this person is.
Now, I want you to roll logic and willpower check. That's a memory for both of you, specifically at the sight of the shark tooth necklace dangling down, because if there's one thing...
I got 1 hit.
Logic plus memory?
Logic plus willpower is memory, so just roll memory.
4 hits.
4 hits. All right, so yeah, at this moment, as the implication that you know this person comes through.
Oh, Todd! Hey, it's you! Look at you. Do you want to have a height contest?
The judge goes, "There's some kind of drama going on between these two individuals. We're gonna have to hear about that for the court. TV cameras are rolling back there. Oh yeah, this is some good drama. All right, Todd, will you explain the tension that's going between you here? I'll award you some judge points if you.
I would like to clarify that I am not the Todd J. Roberts you have referred to, but instead an agent of Todd J. Roberts, and I am representing myself as the natural man, and with sovereign inalienable rights as a citizen of this territory.
Wait, but you're the lawyer. What do you mean you're representing?
I am not Todd, but you may address me as Todd. I am the agent of Todd.
Look, I just want to hear about the drama that's going on between these two people right
There's
here.
no drama. Maybe back in the day, I might have had some jealousy towards my friend Lance here, but as you can see, I am a wonderfully attractive person, and all of my qualities are now so predominant that I have no beef.
I mean, he's very big, but you're very lean, I have to say.
Thank you.
I just don't know why they judge why they won't have a height contest with me. That seems fine. They grew a couple inches.
I will ask on behalf of my client, Judge, would you take this entire case on the measure of height against Lance for their innocence, and if he wins, they can all go.
I'm going to check the ratings really quickly. Yeah, we're not doing so hot. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it.
All right, okay. Just to clarify, please go up before the judge, and if you are taller than him, you should all be good to go. I've done this before. I am a lawyer.
I approach the bench and present myself to the judge to try and be taller.
So the judge says, take off his manacles. And of course, as you know, to get the manacles off, they have to strip you down totally nude.
Yeah, that's fine.
So they strip you down in front of everybody. Do you strike a pose once you're naked?
Huh? It's I sort of look like an Oscar. Sort of tall and proud, but the butt cheeks are clenched.
Let me get a athletics plus body. See how tall you can make yourself as the judge looks you up and down.
I'm gonna roll a luck.
Roll luck on this
Amazing.
one.
3 hits.
You got 3 hits. The judge whistles. Goes, in all my time as a judge, I've seen the court of law stand up to lots of things, reaching great heights of justice, sometimes the lows of injustice. And as I look at this man stark naked before me, and I think about how bad the ratings are right now, this is hardly the spectacle I wanted. I saw you come in here, Todd, and I thought, this is a celebrity who talked his way out of multiple felonies of drug possession by simply declaring yourself a sovereign citizen. Well, Judge Hankey was feeling libertarian that day and agreed with you. I thought this would be a slam dunk, but it's not. And alas, I don't feel like getting off my podium, so I will.
Well, excellent. That, Your Honor, we should just dismiss this entire case. Next week the ratings will be better.
We can hope so. Or else they might shut this whole traffic court down. He looks up and looks around and says, and then none of us will have a job. And we'll all have to resort to crime. All right, the judge finds in favor of total dismissal of all charges except, and then points around and you see hanging out in the back of all of these manacled people, lost and forgotten and not noticed, wearing all black, Lexicon John off in the corner. ignored and forgotten, and says, "But I've got to pin the charges on somebody or I'll get in trouble, so you look like a villain, you." And points over there and says, "You can take all of the charges." To which Lexicon John goes, "What, is it my disfigured face that makes you say this?" The judge goes, yes, 100%, absolutely. So he'll go to jail, and the rest of you are scot-free. Now, Lance, I'm going to give you back your gun. Bobby, your fine suit. Daisy Chain, I see no reason not to give you back the car that you were so rightfully, I guess, in this instance, stole.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, that is a breath of fresh air. You three who ran the stop signs, don't fuck around again or I'll fucking lock you up. All right. Well, this has been Traffic Court. Cue the outro. And the DJ starts spinning a little bit. And as you kind of get settled, says, no, keep standing there. The credits are rolling. Keep standing there.
I'd like to tell,
Looks like you're talking to each other.
I'd like to tell William, Billiam, and Hank they can pay my retainer at any point, and that I'll take it in cartel coin or USD. And if
What is your retainer?
It's gonna be 10K. I heard 10K.
Okay.
And that's for everyone.
Oh, you're going to have them pay it?
They need to pay.
You've already been paid 10,000.
Yeah, I want 10
More
from
1,000.
Will, Bill.
You want 30,000?
Yes.
What about Daisy Chain
I'm
over
a
here?
famous lawyer.
What about Daisy Chain over here?
You're exempt, sweetie.
What's this about retainers?
Pick up the
She doesn't need to drop.
I
herself
hear you're
with that.
supposed to wear those at night after you get your braces off, but we didn't have those when I was growing up.
As long as Miss Chain here will let me maybe escort her home from this here trial.
Who are you saying this to?
To Miss Chain.
Oh, but just like to an audience.
But in third person. Well, how about I escort you home in my car?
In your downloaded car, I will take that offer.
Oh yes.
Okay, and of course, William, Billiam, and Hank.
Yes.
They of course live in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Uh,
All debts repayable within a time frame of 90 days post trial. Please do it. Or
let me get either intimidation plus charm from you or persuasion plus charm, whichever one tickles your previous
Neither of those.
second chin.
Neither of those are.
Does the
particularly-
chat say that the microphones are all doing all right?
I think the chat says that the microphones are doing just fine, Daisy Chain, and I have to say it's fantastic having you here with us today.
Oh well, hi.
Hi, Daisy Chain. Now, who's that on your left?
Got a big one hit.
Oh, this is Tangerine.
Oh. Well, Tangerine looks freaked out by the microphone. Perhaps keep it away from his face.
From his
a
little face.
His little face. Now, what did you roll on that test?
One hit.
You got one hit?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. They kind of roll their eyes and look at you as they go out. And you hear one of them say, like, damn, this is the 6th time this month. I keep getting tempted, almost charged with Grand Theft Auto or manslaughter for running those stop signs. I gotta stop running those stop signs, but it feels so good.
That's free lawyer you never asked for.
So, Daisy Chain and Todd, you see as you're unmanacled and Lexicon John is dragged into the back, screaming, pulled out, saying, my face wasn't burned for this, you fuckers. I need to go back to my queen. You're all unmanacled, and they start striking set, knocking down all the walls and getting rid of all that. They say, we rebuild it every... The judge, who's not wearing any pants, steps down, high socks, says, we rebuild it every day to make sure there's more money for the union men. It's a union's town under here. So as they're coming down, the podium's just lowering automatically as they tell you all of this. They say, well, you're free to go.
Okay.
Really, we don't have the authority to really hold you any longer than we have anyway. We milked you for all you're worth, keeping you there for a month and a half. Get yourself the fuck out of my town. And of course, you see Daisy Chain and Todd on their way out. How are you standing? How are you walking as you two go?
Dude. So I'm telling Mr. Todd the story of how I came into the possession of this car. And mind if I just do that a little bit?
Oh yeah, you're watching and rubbing your manacles, Lance and Bobby, as all eyes are drawn to the quaint Daisy Chain over here. Majestic and wonderful, speaking her story.
So I'm just staring straight ahead into the middle distance, and I'm talking about how I was watching a VHS videotape to go with my VHS cleaner that I'd acquired below my own home, and it said, and there was an advertisement before the tape, and it said you wouldn't steal a car. And then I thought, what if the person who owned the car got to keep the car? And that's a Maria Bamford joke. So I went down to my mechanic.
Ancient comedian.
Name of Patrick Warhammer, and he downloaded me a nice car from the IP address of some nice unsuspecting man and put a gun in it. And for some reason they're telling me that's not allowed, even though that nice man didn't lose no car.
Interesting. And that was your logic. And you didn't get to make this incredible defense in front of the court. How does that feel, Daisy Chain?
Oh, as long as I got my car and my guns and I can go back home and just keep learning and just keep driving, I'm all right.
Now, Todd, how do you feel about all this?
I mean, clearly your intellect is superior because you've realized that you can have your own free copy of this vehicle, and gosh, do you look good in it, Miss Chain.
Well, you know what they say, thieves of private property and all that.
I'm gonna continuously try to touch her on the hip.
Yeah, how can we get a palming plus finesse to
Okay.
see how smooth you are? Do you want to roll empathy plus? No, how do you feel? You want to roll empathy plus intuition on this, or do you know what's going on, Daisy Ching?
I don't think I know what's happening.
Let's roll an empathy plus.
Oh wait,
intuition.
no, I definitely do. I know how this goes.
Do you?
The
4 hits.
the
4
intro.
hits. Oh my God, Todd is smooth as a silky snake.
Listen, it's the new muscle sculpting. I didn't tell her that.
No, you're all natural, baby.
I was born this way, but clearly the two of us, we're two attractive individuals meant to be together.
Well, I certainly am meant to drive you on home, and I see that you're initiating some kind of courtship process with me, but if I must say, I really must be off. It's been a while that I've been in prison, and I must get back to my home, or else my caretakers and my friends might be wondering where I am.
Your purity is so clear to me, and I want nothing more than to be with you.
So
Well-
as you're saying this, the valet for the courthouse drives your car up front, and it's a beaut. It's
Sure is.
Thunderbird 3. It's long, big, like they used to make them back in the 50s. It's got 2 bench seats, 3 seats up front, 3 seats in the back.
I'm gonna insist that I drive.
A big trunk, a roof over top.
Yeah, we used to call that the ultra shocker.
I'm not convinced.
3 in the front, you know.
I'm not convinced.
3 in the front and 3 in the back.
You need both hands for this one.
Oh my God.
Unless you're born with some kind of abnormality.
And then you got a gun in the trunk.
And a gun in the trunk.
So, Todd, you start making your way to the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Daisy Chain, how do you feel about this?
Well, I let him on in. I've agreed to
We're
I've
the
agreed to
perfect
drive
couple.
this man home, but I'm kind of stalling because I'm hoping that he just, maybe cools off a little bit by the time he's getting into, a lady's car, and I'm tying my scarf up and I'm putting on my sunglasses and I'm latching my little dog into the glove compartment and
All right, okay, sure. As you do, and as you're doing this and staring off into the middle distance with a beaming smile on your face the whole time, wandering out are Lance holding the finger liquor that's been gift wrapped for you.
Oh yeah.
Bobby
also still-
Fabiano with your suit all pressed and just put together.
The second I get out, I just smoke a cigarette in one drag.
And Lexicon John being tased in the butt as he's dragged away, screaming, and just thrown into a paddy wagon.
I'd like to call Bobby over to the car window.
Bobby, you're just standing out here. You're seeing this happening.
Oh yeah, this guy. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while. You looking good. You went on a diet or something? Not hitting the pasta so hard anymore?
Thank you for noticing, milady, but I would just like to inform you that you and I, we're through.
We're through with what?
We're through. I can't take your shit anymore. All right, we're through.
That's fine. You're not gonna bother me no more? Great.
While this
Excuse
is
me,
going
ma'am.
on, I get into the back seat of the car.
So you get in the back seat.
Miss.
Getting into the car.
Yeah, I'm getting into the car too. Yeah.
You're not
Yeah,
invited. This is a private
Yeah.
conversation.
No, I
I'm
think
still
we're both,
trying to buckle my pants. I was in jail for so long, I forgot how.
No, we're both in the back seat. Honey, sugar, that's fine. I never wanted to kiss you anyway, but you know what? Drop me at the train. I gotta get back to the city.
Miss, you know this man?
Yeah, for a while he was trying to, I think, have sex with me or something. I got some money out of him, so you know, if you play your cards right, you might be able to get some out of him too.
Having sex, huh? That's something I've heard about in the films, but it's always only alluded to and never said so flatly.
Oh gosh. Oh wow, child. How did you manage to steal a car? You look like you just left your mother's womb or something.
Well, I just asked a nice man to download it for me.
I mean, you wouldn't download a car, would you?
No, I certainly would.
I certainly would. So Todd, honey, baby, I love it.
Besides her obvious youth, there are many attractive
She seems
features.
great for you. You know, you seem like you need a dumb one. Just drop me off at the train station, and you'll never hear from me again.
All right, one last ride for old time's sake.
Jesus fucking
Now
Christ.
Todd is in the driving seat. How do you feel about this?
Wait, Todd's in the driver's seat of
Todd's
my
in
car?
the driver's seat of your car.
Women
as
don't
you're
drive.
riding this.
They might get cars, but they don't drive.
Was I also given my gun gift wrapped?
Yeah, your gun was also given to you. It's on the passenger seat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab that, and I'm just gonna put it against his neck.
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say, this is my car, sir, and I've offered to drive you on home as a favor, and I'll also drive home this nice miss in order to, you know, keep everything safe and sane. Seems like y'all know each other, and you look just like a nice boy, and I'd be happy to drive you onto your
from
home
the
as
rear
well.
view mirror.
You finally got your pants on, but damn if this seatbelt isn't a pickle, all right?
Well, I'm trying, and I'm not even trying to strap myself in. I'm trying to strap the finger licker in.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I mean, it's a bucket.
So
bucket
you got
bench seats.
the three at the front and then the finger licking him at the back.
There you go.
Yeah,
Well, you're
three
in the back too, right?
Yeah.
But still, you've got
So that's 3,
mhm,
including the gun.
including the
Yeah.
gun.
Well, milady, you're welcome to drive. And then I gesture to my lap. You can sit on my lap.
Oh,
You've
I'm
got the gun in your neck.
It's-
I'm
yeah.
into that.
Okay.
I consider that more attractive than before.
I think I guess I'm gonna roll in maybe an intimidation.
If you'd like to, yeah. What do you want to do while you're intimidating? Do you want to fire the gun like next to their face or something?
Ow.
Sir, this is legally my car. You just saw it ordained by a judge. It's been given to me, and I named
I
it.
understand.
Mr. Lance, what's the name of your gun?
Finger licker.
See?
If you don't
What's the
recall,
name?
I was your lawyer. You know, I'm trying to help you with the retainer fee here, sweetie.
They already charged me as guilty before I even entered the court. They're saying I
And
already
now
did the Grand
you're
Theft Auto.
not, and you're welcome to drive if you sit on my lap.
Let
Do you
me
want to
roll.
roll intimidation? Okay, add intimidation plus charm, all right? Now, Todd, I need you to roll willpower plus composure.
All right.
Oh, Tangerine's not that happy about Winnie coming up and looking at her face. Winnie, you come up over here. Come on up over here.
I got no hits on this
You
one.
I got 2.
All right, so the more you bury that gun into Todd's neck, the more Todd is into it.
I'm
Wow,
into it.
this is one of the most difficult obstacles we've faced on the Wizard Hall.
Sexual harassment.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's a hot button issue.
Honey,
in 2017.
Daisy,
Let
Miss
her
Daisy, I gotta
drive.
warn you, this one's hard to shake. You might be in for a while of him bothering you.
But
Well-
free lawyer services.
I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just gonna sit down on the ground. I think I'm just gonna
That's
start
the closest
crying.
to a yes as I've gotten. I'm gonna start driving.
Wait,
No.
no. Daisy Chain
Oh,
sat
out of the
down
car?
out of the car and started crying.
Oh, I don't want that.
Yeah,
I'm screaming.
yeah. What are you screaming?
She's
A
honking.
tantrum, huh?
I'm baby.
I'm screaming about how I've been in prison and all I have is this car and I ain't got nobody in this life except
Alright.
except that I ain't got no family.
I
I
don't
got
think I
no
have any
friends.
response for
I've
that.
only been around here. I've only been around in this city for a whole darn year and
Make it stop.
and all I got
Just-
is
alright,
this, is a
alright,
pretty blue
alright,
car and
alright.
and this little dog I don't
You-
even know.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Judge Billy comes out and goes, "Is everything okay, you Daisy Chain?
This is my car here, right, Judge?
It's
Just
your
offered
car.
to
It was
drive the nice woman
ordained,
home. Bill.
ordained by me."
Billiam. We got this. We're all good. You better.
No, certainly, sir. Look at me.
There's nothing I would like more than to lock up this libertarian person who hoodwinked me somehow. I just rewatched the tape. I don't know how any of this happened. And the ratings were fine. They were fine the whole time. I suspect some kind of hacker was fucking with the ratings remotely because they were actually fine on the live broadcast. And I'm furious. And I would love nothing more than some libertarian blood from my capitalist mouth.
You don't understand how alike we are, sir. You know, the blood of capitalists keeps me alive too.
Daisy chain, and he pulls the mallet out of somewhere in his under his cloak, even though he's still not wearing pants.
The mallet.
He goes, I would love to mallet this man back to the Stone Age in jail, but if you say everything's okay,
I'm giving her
you're just
her
so
keys
charming.
and helping her off the ground and moving her towards the driver's seat. And saying,
I
"There's nothing going on here
I
that's
snatch
totally
the keys
fine."
away and I glare at him and I look at the judge imploringly.
It was all a joke.
And what do you
It was
say?
A funny joke.
I've offered to drive this man home as a favor, and I cannot accept this encroachment onto mine own property, and that's all I have in this city and in this world. I'm telling you,
That
you don't
sounds
know
like a
my
libertarian
story.
thing that you're saying. As known, my views about libertarians is quite complex. As a capitalist, I hate the idea. I think it seems you've resolved this, and I'm now bored of this conversation. And the judge says, "Looks like you can be in the driver's seat. They've given up the seat. You've got your keys, so I'm going to go and eat some macaroni and cheese at home by myself," he says. He starts
Gosh.
whistling and twirling his mallet as he goes.
I could really
Some
use some
capitalist, huh?
He turns around and says, "I bought it with my own money, competitively. I'm a competitive purchaser, a true capitalist. I live capitalism every day of my life, thank you. When I buy dinner for me, dinner for one, as it were, and one day I'll buy a wife too, as a real capitalist."
Now we're talking. We have more in common than you think.
All right, you're in the car. You're in the driver's seat.
All right, I just start driving. I'm just driving down the Jackie Robinson or whatever.
I-90.
I'm driving down I-90. I'm going toward Times Square. All right, people. Where do you all live? And I'm wiping tears from my eyes. I'm not feeling so hot.
Where's Todd sitting?
Oh, in the drive.
Todd's in the passenger seat. Yeah.
Next to you?
Yeah.
I'm not pleased.
Now, while you're not pleased and while you're doing this, I feel like a lot has happened. You've been in jail this whole time, but you know, a big holiday came. Christmas came and went. Christmas 2 came and went. New Year's 1 and 2 came and went. So I just want to maybe regale and catch up about what you all did during your Christmas New Year season, because it is now, it's January 15th or middle of there somewhere, 2071. The new decade has officially started. As much as it's annoying when people say the new decade is 2071, because everybody knows the new decade started in 2070, but some people are just sticklers for bullshit. So, with that said, Lance, do you share with her, or is your double Christmas, double New Year's plans, are those private?
I mean, no, they were pretty public because we took up a lot of space in the jail when we did the give a gift, get a gift round robin exchange, the one where it's like Nasty Santa. And it was me and the spaghetti boys.
Are they rivals?
No, because we're
You're the Meatball Boys.
Well, no, we're the spaghetti boys because we'd be meatballing.
Oh, right. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I apologize.
that was the thing where the game went on for hours, and at the end of it, it turns out that every single gift was just meatballs.
Oh, that's nice. Which was nice for you in your trying time where you were limited to one meatball a night.
And then
they
it
all
was one
chipped in.
extra meatball.
They all chipped in and gave you an extra meatball for every damn day of the week.
Yeah.
Who are you telling this to in the car?
Huh? The finger licker. I haven't seen it in a little bit, so I'm letting it know about time in jail. I asked it how its time in jail was and if it liked it, but it apparently had a hard time because it doesn't answer me.
It's still gift wrapped.
Yeah.
Maybe it can't breathe.
Oh God.
All right, Bobby. What about you? Do you talk to anybody, or what do you do on this ride back?
Yeah,
And, what did you do for double Christmas?
Yeah,
double
I mean,
New
I'm smoking out the window. I mean, Christmas, that was really going to be my pièce de résistance. You heard the song about the reindeers? There's 9 of them?
Oh, yeah.
So I had 9 reindeers run right through the jail lobby. Just busted right through the window. All the other prisoners, I told them all about it. We were planning a break, but, the last minute, little
festive.
Yeah. Gotta bring some of the holiday cheer to it. But you know what? Little Nikki there couldn't couldn't get the keys off the jailer in time.
Yeah, Adam
She
Sandler.
said, yeah. Adam Sandler.
Couldn't get the keys.
Couldn't get the keys. So that one didn't work. But you know what? There was 9 deers that we all got to see take their last breath right in front of us. So
That's
it was pretty festive.
As tradition, a lot of
Yeah.
people saluted the classical Christmas 9 reindeers that
Yeah.
you found in upstate
I
New
was
York.
probably there for that.
You
Although
probably were.
We didn't even know each other at the time, but I sure was impressed with this deer woman.
Now, are you talking about this, or are you just reminiscing?
I think I'm talking about it.
All right,
Yeah.
You're saying you remember?
Oh,
this,
you were
Daisy
there
Chain?
too, right?
Certainly,
yeah.
and I was right impressed. How'd you control all those deer? Or was that just luck and perchance?
Yeah, actually it was. It's very lucky. You know, I've always felt very connected to animals. I think I just have a gift. And
Wow.
I was trying to pull a fast one and get us all out of there so we didn't have to deal with this lawyer guy here. But, you know, like I said, Adam Sandler didn't come through with the keys.
I'd like to get a gift one day for once and maybe in my ever life.
Oh, what kind of gift would you like, baby?
You look off at you. Look off
Lady,
at
I
the
gave you the gift of your freedom just today.
Perhaps a bag of bagels.
Oh, you ever been to New York City?
Well, I've
Null
only
York
been here
City?
for right a year.
Yeah?
I lived here for right a year. I came from Atlanta quite a while ago. But I've
Oh,
only been
you
here
gotta
for
come
right
down.
a year.
Come on down. Wait, you live up in this shithole up here? Or,
Oh yes, right in Times Square.
Oh.
On 8th Avenue.
Times Square, we gotta hang out. Let me
I
take you
gotta
to
make it.
Carmine's. They don't serve
Oh.
bagels, but the best chicken palm you'll ever have in your life.
Chicken Pomeranian. I just can't wait.
You're making a friend, Daisy Chain.
I'm making a lady friend. Most all my friends who do nice things for me are big men. This is quite nice.
Oh, I take it. Yeah, you know, I'm feeling a little sorry for her. You know, I just shook Todd, and she doesn't seem like she can stand up to him as well. So I feel inclined to take her under my wing a little bit.
I can't process any of the things they're talking about, and I'm confident
Woman
that they're
talk.
speaking of me
Yeah.
because I'm interested in both of them.
So how do you posture yourself as you become more and more confident as they
Kinda.
are speaking about you?
Kind of like this.
Looking good, Todd. Like honestly, that's looking good. That's a good move. Looking fantastic. So
I'm sure I am. I paid for it. Not cheap. Not cheap.
yeah, you paid for it. It wasn't cheap. So yeah, you're Todd. So you're just striking a pose. You two are making friends. Once you get the wrapping off of the mouth of the finger licker,
Yeah, it
and
was a
look
close
down
one.
the barrel to make sure it's breathing.
Yeah,
you're,
no, it's okay. It's all right. That was, man. Oh, I hope he wasn't wrapped up the whole. Did they wrap him for Christmas too?
Oh, I'm sure if you start scrolling through the show notes, you'll find that clearly they wrap them as a kind of guest prize if you are found not guilty of all charges.
Oh, okay.
So he was only wrapped up for 2-3 hours
Whew.
tops. It was a long time, but still.
Sure.
So, Daisy Chain, I'm gonna need an intuition plus drive test as you go. Now, are you emerging yourself with this vehicle, or are you just driving it, feeling the wind on your face?
Because I'm in such a new environment, I don't feel comfortable quite merging in front of these people yet. So I'm just gonna roll an intuition plus drive, and I'm sorry that'll take a second. I'm unfamiliar with this application.
New to New York for a year, new to Null York City's dice rolling
And
system.
new to
even
this
I
Schadenfreude.
immediately offer my assistance.
your
That's two.
assistance to roll the dice.
That's 2 hits.
2 hits? Well, you just have a nice, leisurely drive coming back to New York City. Now, how do you drive? Do you abide by the speed limit, or are you just going for it?
As much as I really want to feel the wind in my hair and let it all out, this is just such a rattling experience for me that I am certainly following the rules.
So you're not like these poor sods who went, my God, it's a stop sign.
Fuck that shit.
I need to
the
hit
very
it.
idea
Need to
of
hit
a
it.
stop sign
You
offends me.
You understand the feeling of wanting to run that stop sign, but you hold it back.
Oh, every time I see a stop sign, I just want to smack it.
I'd make you roll a body willpower, but I wouldn't want to have you fail that in front of Todd.
Here's the
so
thing.
we'll just keep going.
Here's the thing,
He
honey.
is watching
Back in Atlanta,
close intensity.
every time I used to see a speed limit sign, I'd think, young Daisy Chain doesn't give a hoot, give a goose's honk about no speed limit. So every time there was a speed limit sign I'd come across, I'd get on out of the car, I'd pull over to the shoulder, and I'd take my bucket of whitewash and a little hog hair bristle brush, and I would paint over the S and the D so it said P limit. And I'd be like, this is the amount of times that you're allowed to pee possibly per day, even per month, and not the miles that you can't control me because I'm Daisy Chain and
That's
I'm a
what you
racer.
said to the officer.
This is just what I would say to myself. I didn't have Tangerine back then, so I would have if I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
A real loner, aren't you, Daisy Chain?
Well, due to my circumstances, yes.
Your mysterious circumstances from Atlanta to New York.
Mm.
So you get off the I-90, and I think the I-90 at some point connects to 87 or 84. Doesn't matter. But eventually, at some point, you find yourself crossing the threshold of Westchester County into New York City. You see the I Love New York, I Love Newport sign, the glistening neon of it smoking a cigarette across the street. It says I love New York more, Marlboro is better.
I see the big hustler building, that big old building. I don't even know what they do in there.
No, but it's big and it's got these faded portraits of starlets from
Beautiful
days
women.
past.
Oh.
Beautiful women in the Hustler Club on the West Side Highway. As you drive up to your the garage near Times Square on 8th Avenue, you pull your car in and the attendant comes up and they're like, here's your ticket. We'll take it up.
Thank you, sir.
I was, well, it's good to see you and with friends today. Usually you're just driving all by your lonesome, Daisy Chain.
Usually I am just driving all by my lonesome, but maybe today things are about to change.
Well, that's fantastic. You know, I'd love to see a southern girl in the big city who's making it work and making friends out here.
Oh, don't you just? Men sure do like to say that to me, and they do nice things that end up kind of maybe getting me put in jail, but I sure don't know what I would do without all the support and all y'all fine folks looking out for me.
You know, this time, just don't even take the ticket. We'll park it for free, and I'll never tell the cops.
Oh, my.
And they let you go. You're in this parking garage, and then they get a lot colder, and they said, get out of the car. I got to take it in the elevator to the rest of you. So
Oh,
you
Bobby.
look familiar, though. I seen you at Carmine's before.
Oh, Carmine's. Yeah, I love that place. Yo, you know Ronnie? She's a regular there.
Yeah, I know Ronnie.
Yeah?
Yeah, I bust tables there sometimes on the weekends, and Ronnie's okay, but that kid of hers, Sid, what a son of an ass.
You know, I babysat that kid one weekend. Awful.
Awful.
Terrible.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Oh, my God.
I like ya.
I hope you shoved him in the shower and turned it up real hot for a while.
That's precisely what I did.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's
like
what
this
I
guy.
do. Yeah, I like you too.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ever need a car parked here for free, I'll do it once.
All right.
All right.
Or maybe if
don't
there's...
forget your gun.
Oh, I never do. And I pointed at him.
He goes, well, it's breathing okay. He says, looking right down the barrel. He goes,
Wow.
taking care of it. That's
Oh,
good.
I will.
That's good. And we'll have an exchange, too, he says. And then he gets in the car and starts driving it toward the elevator. So you're all now standing in this parking garage, an unsightly quadrangle of individuals. What do you do? You've got your gun. You're in Times Square. You're home. Todd, you're here.
I would like to apologize for startling you earlier, and really I didn't mean to come on too strong, but could I maybe escort you to your door?
Well, I do accept your apology, as forgiveness is a virtue, but you must understand,
I can tell you are so virtuous.
a lady's property is her own. And what about we all get some fried zucchini nibblers at the Carmine's that Bobby Halfdone
Carmine's.
mentioned?
That sounds great. Yeah, let's do it.
A lady as property is my own. Yes, I understand completely.
A lady's property.
A lady as property.
The lady's property.
Yes, I understand completely.
So you make your way to Carmine's. Bobby,
I ain't had a good red sauce in over 90 days.
You haven't. Do you take off in front, like body checking people,
Oh,
like
yeah.
tourists left,
Body
right,
checking.
center?
Yeah.
Do you shove like one particularly
Bobby.
slow tourist into like the way of a moving vehicle, or?
I flick my cigarette at the slowest moving tourist I see, and it kind of gets them in the face, and they...
Oh,
I
he
hear-
says.
I hear you mumble that you didn't have good spaghetti red sauce. We offered you our finest Heinz spaghetti sauce, and as
Oh,
part of the Spaghetti
sweet
Boys,
boy.
and you said no.
Sweet
So-
boy, you must know, as a red-blooded Italian woman, my veins are full of gravy. I can't have that. I can't have that.
Oh.
That
Garbage.
ketchup nonsense.
So as you two are talking, that does.
let me
leave
treat
Daisy
you to a
Chain.
good. Let me treat you to a real plate of spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
So, can you tell me about spaghetti? We didn't really have a stuffed pastas down in Atlanta back when I was down there.
Spaghetti
There
is a
wasn't
stuffed pasta.
there wasn't no Italian community gotten down there yet.
Oh, honey, I'm just gonna let you be.
Are the cameras okay?
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks. All right.
Spaghetti. It's the first stepping stone into the wide world of pasta. Please, I will be your Dante. Let me bring you through the 8 levels of pasta hell.
It's hell.
As you come into Carmine's, the manager goes, yes,
S-
as God said, day one, let there be spaghetti, the most principal of the pastas. And you'd know most Bobby Bobbiano, our pasta expert, interned here for quite a long time.
pasta.
Learning
I
the
sure
different
did.
pasta shapes. If somebody's going to teach you, it counts. He goes, 4 plus a baby seat. He says, if you'd like to stow your child.
Yo, thank you so much. I hope it's strong enough.
Oh, I thought the baby seat was for the dog.
so if that's
The dog's
all right,
still in the car.
could I'm already there.
You're already there.
Yes.
So you sent off. You fiddled around. Put down Tangerine. One moment while we put down Tangerine. All right. He's wandering away. So you were
Good.
fiddling away with the ratings on this judge's
all right.
console, I suppose.
Yeah.
You were doing that, helping out
Well-
Todd in their job.
Presumably so.
So I'll say this. Maybe you're not there already, but I'll say you can arrive just as they're seating, having overheard on the comm link of Bobby Bobbiano and Lance that you still
I
have
kn-
access to.
I know
talk about
exactly-
going
Also,
to
I never
finance.
turned mine off. So
Right,
it's-
yeah. Just-
Yeah.
You heard you heard the people gift wrapping the gun. You heard a lot of just like people talking about random things in the locker
And
rooms.
I've been keeping a bit of track of them.
Yeah, so as they say, all right, 4 plus a baby seat, you walk in.
Sorry, 5.
Goes, oh, okay, well, right, 5 and a baby seat. That sounds great. We'll put you with the big circular table in back. Bread and oil for the table.
Oh,
Figure this
please.
out.
Yeah, give me. I'll take a jug of my usual, and maybe another jug for the table as well.
All right, 2 jugs of Carlo Rossi for the table. Absolutely. Chop, and send some people out into the back and starts giving you the fixins. Now, where do you all sit at this table?
Wait, and Liza's joined us.
Liz has joined you.
And oh, is this another friend just made today? And what's your name?
I'm a little lies.
What a suspicious name. My name's Daisy Chain.
What is a suspicious name?
It's simply a ring of flowers.
Yeah. So Daisy, Lies here is an associate of ours. We've done some work together.
Oh, what kind of work do you mean? I've done some work in my day as well.
Mostly clerical.
We were adjusting records.
Yes. Paperwork. Dull stuff.
Well, if you ever need the assistance of a driver with a beautiful firebird who can just make haste with no P limits to speak of and a big old gun in the trunk, then you can call on old Daisy Chain.
I got a big old gun in the trunk.
A driver who doesn't
my-
piss. I think I like the sound
So,
of that.
Todd, Liz, I don't think you recognize Todd. Todd, you recognize Lies, though, absolutely. I guess you would. You would know
At
because you.
this point, I would probably know. Yes.
Okay, you picked that
Was
up.
in the news. In the news.
Yeah, and also you were. Well, I guess you were fucking around with the ratings in the
Yeah,
courthouse.
and so
Okay.
I was and again, I go like. I was very surprised that she was the famous public defender my good friends at BMAS picked up.
Yeah, did he pay me?
Yeah, you got your retainer. 10,000 retainer.
I tip my hat to you.
Now, what about you? Did you, are either of you surprised to see Lies? I mean, clearly Bobby Bobbiano just not phased. Focused on that red sauce.
I thought Wise was in jails with us and at the court case the whole time. He's always with us, so I just assumed he was with us.
Yeah, so he got his own ride back, and he takes the moped everywhere. So clearly he took the moped back. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and also, I assume upstate those prisons are gender segregated, so I assumed he was in prison or something. I didn't realize he went away.
Yeah, see, this is something I did want to address because that was kind of the implication. But you clearly offered spaghetti, so I guess they were across the street.
They were across the street. I was take some spaghetti.
Or maybe they weren't. Maybe, I mean, trying to cut corners.
Canon was, he was trying to offer you spaghetti through the conjoined yards.
Yeah. While there were deer smashing their face against the walls.
Trying to get them to take the spaghetti.
Yeah,
If you give the spaghetti to the deer, it'll take it to you. Yeah.
Put it in its antlers like a fun little waiter.
Oh God.
I'm now imagining a deer with its antlers garlanded with spaghetti.
Oh yeah, a
and
meatball
then,
and every.
meatball and then
A meatball for every prong.
yes.
That is the Italian patron saint of Christmas, actually. It's a
Meatball?
reindeer.
Oh,
No, it's a
rainbow with
reindeer.
meatball.
It's a
With
reindeer
meatball
covered
on
in
it.
spaghetti and meatballs.
I'd never heard of a saint that was like an animal.
Yeah.
But I love it. So as you're all here,
It was a deer who tore up an Olive Garden after that day.
and they,
See, I told you I'm dedicating myself to a new field of study.
oh,
It's coming together.
It is coming together. I mean, honestly,
no.
and Italian veal parmesan. There's something in this
Yeah.
in this realm here. Now, what do you all order, please?
You said you were going to introduce me to the fine world of pasta, so I'm going to let you order for me. Bearing in mind, there better be some balls.
Oh yeah, okay. You get. Let's get him a double meatball Parmesan hero with a big plate of spaghetti.
All right, number one.
Yeah, number one. Personally, I think I'll take. Gosh, there's just so much. Why don't you give me one of everything from the appetizer section to start with, and then I'll
yes.
munch on that and think some more.
The jumbo platter.
Yeah.
And how about you?
Miss Bobby, I've never seen anything like this before.
Oh, sweet summer child. But just get us some spaghetti with garlic and oil.
Ah,
You got to start her off easy.
a 1 minus. Okay. And what about you,
0.5.
Mr. Keto?
Todd is carb loading to put on mass, and he speaks Italian, so he orders the pasta con broccoli.
Oh.
You might not understand.
Yes, the number one with a B. And you,
With a bullet.
you auspicious gentleman.
So I take the carbonara.
Okay. I will see if we have that in the back. And then they wander off. Now, while you're all here in this moment, you get a call, Bobby Bobbiano, on your phone. It's an unknown number to you. You answer it?
Yeah.
You thought about
No.
I mean,
only spaghetti for another hour and then we're good.
Only good things happen when she picks up the phone to an unknown number.
That's what I'm saying. It hasn't been good to me so far.
You may be qualified for a lower interest rate on your student loans.
I thought I won a cruise once, but then the connection dropped, and I was out a couple $100 after that. Who knew? Who knows why?
Oh my
All right.
God. So you hear a Ron, get away from my toes. I'm having a conversation. Bobby Bobbiano, is this Bobby Bobbiano?
Yeah. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
I don't think we met formally, but I was there during the whole helicopter situation when you were knocked unconscious. Look, Bobby Bobbiano, my name is Schema. I work with New Cambridge Analytica. Ron, leave little piggy alone, Ron. Oh, sorry. A new love. You know how it is.
I've never been in love in my life.
Well, hopefully one day. Anyway, my name, I'm Schema. I work with New Cambridge Analytica, and I wanted to. I just saw through the feeds that you were released from prison, and I'm sure you're looking for some work. And after just some finagling and some conversations, I would like to offer you a job. We need some deniable assets. Unfortunately, I still do not have the contact information of everybody that was on your team. So, if you could just put me in touch with the other members of your unit that was so effective at stealing our shit from our server and led to this whole misunderstanding.
I'm sort of the face of this operation, so why don't we talk this through, and I can relay the information to the team, and we can get all in touch afterwards.
Oh, sure. So you hear this conversation happening.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask, how are you taking this call? Is it on an external cellular device?
Yeah, I think you're on a...
On my Amazon Ultra Beeper, right?
You're
Ultra
Ultra
Beeper.
Beeper.
Yeah.
I just want to know if Todd's ultrasonic ears can pick up on the minutia of this
Yeah,
conversation.
you roll intuition plus perception.
All right.
In fact, I mean, if any of you want to try to listen in, you all can.
No,
but
I assume my spaghettis have shown up, and so I'm taking a bite of a meatball and then putting some down the barrel of the gun.
Yeah.
And I'm just utterly
Sit
mad.
down like it's a musket ball.
I'm sticking the fork lengthwise into the spaghetti, and I keep trying to pick it up, but it just keeps starting to falling off.
I cradle my beeper in the crook of my arm here, and I grab her hand and I show her how to twirl it.
My goodness, how adorable.
Can I get a palming plus finesse for you to
Okay.
twirl the spaghetti effectively?
Alright.
What about you, Elias?
Really is a
So
magical
I
food.
presume I know who called.
Give me data processing software logic. What'd you get?
5 hits.
You got 5 hits. You hear everything that's going on. You
Yeah.
hear about the Ron. You hear the voice of Schema. You've never met this person. And you hear this conversation about needing the team to meet up. What'd you get? I can't see. You just gotta
7
tell
hits,
me.
sorry.
7 hits. Okay. So yeah, you know who's calling as well. So
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you say?
Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of the face of this operation, so you could go through me. So yeah, job, I'm in, for sure. Like, what do you need? Let's talk turkey.
Well, I'd rather not have the conversation without everybody there, so perhaps we can meet up later. Also, when I'm less indisposed, Ron, that's my big toe. And it says, well, let's meet up. I'm a little predisposed. You, why don't you gather together all your friends, and then we can meet up. How about at Expensivo? That's down in the lower. That's down in the financial district downtown. That's near the offices. How would that sound? Perhaps. I mean, I just realized you guys. Oh yeah, so it's like evening right
Yeah,
now.
it's dinner
so let's say
time.
like, how about tomorrow around noon?
Yeah, all right, that works for me.
That'll be great. By
Yeah.
that point, I'll get the shivers out of my toes. I'm sorry, that's not business-like. I'm usually so professional. All right, I'll have to. I'll talk to you later. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And there he goes. Yeah.
All right.
Can I come? Do y'all need a driver?
I'm starting to take a shine to you. You seem a little dumb, and you know what? I like that in a person. So
I
yeah,
got
why
2
don't you come
hits
along?
on your spaghetti teachings, miss.
Oh, fantastic!
Just twirling it like an old
Yeah.
truck.
You know what? I take back my comment about you seeming a little dumb. You seem, you know what? You're picking it up pretty quickly.
I'm certainly just unfamiliar.
Oh
so.
yeah.
The spaghetti's flying everywhere like a true spinner.
Fantastic. Are you sure you're not Italian?
I don't know.
Oh wow, you might be.
I might
You ever
be.
heard of that 25 and me?
Oh,
Where they,
they had to
you
restart
sell-
the company two
Yeah,
separate
yeah.
times because they kept getting bought by the government for insurance things.
Well, and since they just got
The 2 new chromosomes.
yeah, 2
they
new
discovered.
chromosomes, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that we all have.
It's 25 now.
yeah.
It's the year's 27.
Yeah, you just sell your data, and then you sell all your biological data, and they send you a nifty little the screen cap there with some numbers on it. It's wild.
Well, I'd
You pay
certainly
for the
have
privilege.
I certainly have to ask. The closest thing to I have to any family in this world, which is my scientist friend Bowser Jankum. I'd have to ask him. I'd have to ask him if that seems all right for me. But that sounds real exciting.
Yeah.
I'd love to know about my roots and my past and my future.
So you conclude dinner.
Yeah.
Who pays for the bill?
I think Todd does.
Oh.
Because he has to assert his
I mean,
financial dominance to impress
Milady,
Miss Jane here.
maybe in another day I would have paid for your meal, but we have new interests now, and I believe you need to pay Todd for his services because your ass is out of jail, and I think I did you a solid there. And then I'm gonna
Nah,
flex
that's
like
not gonna happen.
And your flex is impressive.
I mean, yeah, if you're willing to display such weakness in front of this fine young woman, and if you're not, I mean, if you can't afford it, I guess.
Todd, give me a,
Someone
okay.
else could take it.
Give me a charm plus persuasion or charm plus intimidation. Todd, I need a willpower plus composure, please.
All right.
I've ordered more meatballs to go.
Okay, that sounds good.
But by the way, before we conclude this, we kind of need to finish off some business.
Let's. I
Yeah.
need to see this first.
Yeah.
What did you get?
2 hits.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. It's a stalemate. Across the eyes of one another, they're bringing out the cappuccinos.
I do find this very sexy, though, the tension of it.
And then Lies peeps up and says, "There's some business to discuss."
So
Yeah, the business of who's
So
gonna pay.
no one paid.
Well, no, you're just sitting around sipping your cappuccinos.
I'm gonna say I think we can go at any time. We don't. We can just go.
This is the response to Lies saying about stuff to talk about. It's just like, I think we just leave.
All right.
Lies, what did you have to say?
So we concluded our business with Sekulov. Just wanted to bring you up to speed. It looks as if we might have to seek a different employer, which is rather good. Now, he did kindly give us an extra bonus of 5k, but unfortunately that has gone towards our dear friend's fee over here.
You out of jail or you out of jail?
You paid him? Why did you pay him?
I thought that was our reward for doing the job, was that we got to give that fun
You
summer
gave
camp.
him money away to this schmuck?
I gave money to get you out to a famous public defender. The exact personage
Famous.
was not aware.
All right, so what's left
Famous.
over then? Do we at least get our 5k from the job or no? Was that it all goes to this guy?
Do you understand what a retainer is?
I do not.
Kindly, I'm willing to split the money I've procured, so we can still get a 5k each.
Oh, fantastic, Lies. That's very nice of you.
Wow,
You know,
you
we
didn't
watch
steal
out
the
for each
money.
other.
No. It is business, and they are associates.
His name might be Lies, but he doesn't always lies.
So
Very
this-
astute.
but
Miss Jane.
the simple thing
Stop
is
talking
that
about ass toots at the
Uh,
dinner
uh,
table.
Ah, smart and funny. Total package.
So you give everybody the 5,000. So can you?
It's very
Well,
noble of you.
It's both of you. Can you mark down the 5,000?
Yeah.
And then you've got the 5,000 from Lexicon John too, who's still in jail. What do you do with that?
Did I get my
I-
10 or what? I'm not.
No, you got 10,000.
All right, I got 10 then.
You got 10,000, and we'll say that of the other defenders, you rolled one success. One of them pays you 10,000. So
Okay.
if you want to mark down
Ooh,
20,000, you've got
Good.
that.
Let's go into my surgery.
Whereas you've got, so you've got 10,000.
Mhm.
You both got 5,000 out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So the other 5,000. I mean, Lexicon John does have a ward, right?
Oh yes.
His queen.
Oh, are you gonna go visit the queen?
Well, I would have done, yes.
Wow. Okay, let's go back to that scene where Lies goes and visits the queen. Now, Lies, how do you
Access familiar.
set the scene for me, please? Access familiar.
Well, the simple thing is, I know that he has a dependent. He has not made it any kind of secret.
Yeah.
So I know he's in jail, and I know I've got some money in trust. So I decided to move across to where he is. So
You go down to the place. to the
Yes.
house. So it's an old, crappy apartment with a door that is not locked. You knock on the door, and nothing. You hear nothing from the main. Well, there's the main hallway that has been left slightly ajar. And if you walk down the hallway of the dingy apartment, there's the 6X, the apartment number. The door is slightly ajar again.
so I knock loudly.
No one answers.
So it's slightly a door or it's slightly ajar?
What did I say?
Only slightly a door.
It's a door, but it's also ajar.
That's it.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. New York City's wild, days and
Wow.
gentlemen.
The big city.
So you knock on the door,
First mugging.
and no one answers.
So I shout out. Sorry, anyone home?
No one answers.
Okay, slight problem. I've not been invited.
You gonna go in?
Are you a vampire?
No. I'm just very polite.
Let's roll body plus willpower to see if you can. Let's roll body plus willpower to see if you can get in.
I'm not sure if I buy that. That's exactly what a vampire would say. Smart one.
That's fine.
Weenie. Sorry, dog barking in the background. God, I'm so polite.
It's me. It's Todd.
Todd's barking in the background.
One hit.
Got one in. Look, I think if you stay there for 10, 15 minutes, I think you can overcome your shyness.
So I
Your
I
shyness.
then
We've seen-
see that the door is indeed ajar and like gently push it open and go. Sorry, I'm coming in.
It's a wretched apartment. There's no light bulb overhead. It's just dust bunnies and filth on the ground. Half-open pizza boxes and empty glue canisters as far as I can see. Syringes stabbed into everything. You've got mirrors that are cracked and broken. You've just got a listing of best of Jared Leto in the corner. It's the worst place you've ever been in your life. The only thing that seems clean is a couch that just has a dent of a dent in it, like a human has slept there many times. Winnie, will you be quiet, please? We're playing a game, all right? Thank you. I love you. You're looking right at me. Yep, just chill the fuck out. And then, except you do see the telltale flicker of light from underneath a door across the room.
So I step forward and knock on the door.
No one answers.
So I gently test the handle.
It moves. You can open the door.
I knock again,
No one
louder.
No one hears.
I crack it open.
You crack it open.
She's got her AirPods in.
The room is pink. The room is beautiful, clean, smells good. There's a wonderful bed covered in stuffed animals, a mirror in the shape of a heart, a giant console computer that looks like, not the most powerful, but definitely something expensive, something bought out of love. There's stubs of used concert tickets all along the wall, and in the middle, standing there, to the what you can barely hear, the earbuds. Thanks, Jensen. Thanks, Daisy Chain. The earbuds crowding out blasting music that you can only hear the tailest amount. They must be going nearly deaf. You see them doing the telltale to Rockefeller Street as they do the dance, a vintage dance, a meme dance. 50 years old, like a meme that maybe their old owner used to have. Guardian, that's a better word. Lexicon
Guardian.
John used to have. Perhaps this is a song of sadness, perhaps this is a song of joy, but they do not see you either way.
So I see that this very private moment. Close the door. Go out of the apartment and leave a note under the door. Going, Mr. with contact details and saying, Mr. John, I owe Mr. John for 5,000 credits for a job well done.
And you leave your contact information?
I leave a way to contact me.
Okay. All right.
It was most disturbing.
And then 1 week later, you get a call. It's like, hey, are you the one that left me the money?
Yes.
Well, I'm out of fucking money, so can you come bring me more?
Sorry, the business was concluded.
I'm a kid. I've always been taking care of my whole life. I deserve it. I'm worth it. You better bring me the money, or else I'm gonna die, and that's on your head.
So
Where do you live? I'm coming to live with you now.
Oh my god.
Yes.
My dad's not coming
Yes,
around anymore.
yes,
I'm coming to live with you
yes.
now. Where do you live?
The connection shuts off,
Shuts up.
and I'll put in a
Yeah, keep going. What do you do?
by the way, that was to a burner because I'm not giving away my contact information to random people, but it's still very funny.
Give me a luck roll to see if it was to a burner.
No, but
No, I need a luck roll on this one.
Okay.
Everybody got sons in this game.
Well, A-team maybe.
I didn't get a hit.
Thinking.
You got no hits.
No. But by the
Of
way,
your
I also get a message to Lexicon John, updating him on the status of the ward.
How the fuck? Who is this, and how the fuck did you get my
it's-
number? If you talk about Axis Familia one more time, I will suck on you with my gumless teeth, you ingrate.
It's not a call. It's a message.
message in
He
jail.
says it anyway.
You get a
Text-to-speech.
you get a text to speech back.
Yeah, you fucking.
You ingrate. Who is this? If you lay a finger on Axis Familiar, I will use what's left of my teeth to tooth away your eyes, and I will pour glue inside your sinuses till all you see is the sticky revenge of a monster like me, you wretched human.
Well, we'll see how that goes in the end.
So yeah, you at some point you come downstairs from your upstairs in your loft apartment, where and you find there are the classic groups of people that you.
But by the way, my double Christmas was spent watching several movie marathons with my flatmates.
No, that's nice. Yeah, you've been bonding with them, and they really like you. And that's why, like, maybe one night you're feeling a little social. A couple of days later, you come down, you hear the rock music that they're just playing out there. You know, outdated as electric guitars are, someone's got to keep the dream alive. And you see on the corner a little girl wearing pink with her backpack, cheering and going like, "Wow, David, that solo was even better than the last one." And then David goes, yeah. Anyway, that's the guy that probably left you the money, because none of us do, and none of us ever have any money. So if it's like $5,000 spent, it's probably this guy to burn. And she walks up to you, and she goes, "What's up? My name's Axis Familiar, and I live here now," she says. And she starts going through her things. And saying, "Where should I put my stuff?" And she starts unpacking stuffed animals.
have her
It was
computer?
vacuum packed. They just out. And she goes, "I've got some guys outside with my computer."
So you're more competent than you look.
Goes,
got an
"Well, yeah, I've got a big computer, and all I do is stay in all day because my dad says I can't go anywhere. That's how I went through the money. How many pizzas can, $5,000? Like, doesn't last that long." She says, "Anyway, I also racked up a lot of debt, and legally that's yours now. So."
Oh, what was the debt from?
The debt was from just like downloading songs
Yeah,
online.
in-game purchases.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Tell me
in-game
about the
purchases.
in-game
She's like, but let me tell you, it was worth it because I am killing on Clash of Kings right now. Like I just love a pay-to-win game because like my daddy's always spoil me rotten, and now I've got 2 of them. She goes, "High five."
I like this.
So you're good at you're good at what you do.
Oh,
I
see,
appreciate
look at
that.
her.
But
How old is she?
Too young. Too
There's
young.
no such thing.
Okay, let's get off that part of it and stay with
Please.
the scene at hand. So, Lies, David is behind you, stringing the guitar, like going like, "Man, it's so cool to see family reunited."
So you the problem is I've only got a single room, and I think your old setup might be rather nicer than what I can provide.
She goes, "Yeah, but it's like lonely over there, and also I'm not allowed to leave the house. I made my way all the way over here after hiring some moving guys." And it's at that point a bunch of people come in carrying furniture and a computer. They're like, "Where do you want me to put this?" And David goes, "Oh, put it in his room upstairs. She's gonna be staying with him up there."
They can't fit in that.
Yeah, they look at the spiral staircase. They go like, "Nah, she's gonna have to. I guess we'll have to put it down here." And David goes, "You know what? She's so chill. Yo, Liza just had the best idea. What if the stage is your daughter's room? Her sick dance moves? Like, how's she do it? I can't even do it. Like, I can't even do it. Like, what if she's up here doing the moves while we're doing the dance stuff? And I know I've been bugging you about doing the synth stuff, but if your daughter's in the band, you gotta come in with the synths, man. And I've got my guitar, which I know is a buzzkill, but if you got the synths and she got the moves, and our whole thing, we'll call it like Daddy's little girl's bedroom. We'll work on the title. We'll
I
work on
really
the title.
like it.
But like, I'm kind of into this actually. I'm into this. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Little
the
girl.
genre is a bedroom pop.
Bedroom pop. My god, like some thought just came into my head saying like, okay, here's
There's
what's up.
really a market for this.
Little girl, I'm signing you to my band right now. And we're gonna fucking rock. And Lies is gonna rock too. And we're gonna rock harder than any band of like a dad, a dude, and a cool chick has ever rocked before. We'll be like the Ting Tings times 100,000.
No.
Oh, that's not my name. Sorry. But yeah, our name is, what was it again? Brain in my head.
Oh, the genre is bedroom pop. I didn't come up with a name. Oh, Daddy's.
Daddy's.
No.
All right, let's go around. Let's
The
get
daddy.
the name of the band right now, starting with you. One word each.
Daddy's.
Tiny.
Baby.
Princess.
In the mic. Let's get it.
Princess.
Mic's in your hand.
Powers.
Powers?
Yay! Daddy's tiny baby princess powers.
All right, so Lies, this situation has clearly gotten out of hand.
Yes.
How do you feel?
The situation's clearly gotten out of hand.
So our friend
So-
Leon here has a young ward.
Whoa.
Is he a
I guess
professional?
you could say he's a
Oh my
professional.
God. Wowee. All right, so sorry.
So look, guys, if you're cool, I think I'm cool, but I think we'll need to discuss some stuff later.
David goes, yeah, that's chill. Why don't you stack up our stuff on the stage? We'll start jamming out right here. You come down when you're ready with the synths, because I know you got to psych yourself up. I got some poppers if you need poppers. That gets me psyched up all the time. Otherwise, I can't even, like, look at anything sexual. I freak the fuck out. But that gets me there. So, like, if that's what you need to look at a synth, I understand. Sorry, little girl. I didn't mean to talk about that in front of you. We'll talk about that, like, when we're both drunk or whatever. Like,
No substances in front of the girl, please.
okay, well then sometimes you gotta like fucking hang out with her and
Yeah.
turn her back because I'm gonna do substances. Lies. Thought you were chill, bro. She's chill. She's like, yeah, I'm really chill.
We'll see, but we'll try and set everything up.
Okay, Dad. I'll see you later.
And I'm Lies. Very nice to meet you.
She shakes your hand, and then as you're walking away, turns to David and goes, "My daddy's Lies." Wow. And you have got also fielded some calls from New Cambridge Analytica.
Yep.
Saying, look, we definitely need to hire you, but we're looking for deniable assets right now. We just took on kind of a burdensome hacker in-house. So once your team's all out, we're going to talk about doing some stuff, okay? But we definitely want to keep you on payroll. You know, like, just let us know if we could do anything for you. If you need us to send you, like a gift basket, like, we can totally do that.
So we keep things strictly business. But thank you for the offer, and I'll make sure that we can have a future mutual benefit.
Okay, cool. So I love this time traveling back and forth and back and forth. We're now back again in the Italian restaurant as Lies just looked off into the middle distance like Daisy Chain and reminisced about all the hardships. And I get why Lies was like, I'm meeting them at Carmine's right now, because how many more excuses can you have to not play synth with your new child?
Yeah, I mean, she frankly, I'm impressed. It took a long time to clean up the mess she kind of made, and I think she's very good at what she does.
I mean, she's got some hacking potential. Like, there's maybe some space here to grow. I mean, you do know that Lexicon John is going to murder you when and if they get out of jail. But, you know, they got hit with, Lexicon John got hit with, what was it? Like 6 or 7 hits of Grand Theft Auto, so he's gone for a while.
So he's Grand Theft Auto 6. If
Oh,
you
oh my God.
rated
Yeah.
M from the
And
joy,
that
am I
just
right?
came out in 2069, so that's crazy.
Grand Theft Auto 6,000.
So there you go. So here we are in Carmine's. You've got a meeting with Schema and the rest of in New Cambridge Analytica tomorrow. Do any of you do anything in the night before? Because I'd love to do that session, setting us up for next week. You were all at Carmine's. Who ended up paying for the meal?
No. Nope. That's
Uh,
the old Todd. You think new Todd's gonna just fall for that?
Daisy, doesn't this display some weakness?
Well, back from what I remember about my old life back in Atlanta, it was seen as unseemly for a lady to pay for a meal when she gets taken out. But since it's more of a group family situation, one person should claim themselves the father, and then they should pay for it. And I think I only see one person who is a father in this room, and that's
Now, the person
I
who
mean,
has a
lies.
child on their seat, Lance. In this moment, you need to pipe up, or are you going to let Todd take this one?
Huh?
No, the child.
Yeah, I motioned to it. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's the
It's
finger
the
licking
finger
gun.
Yeah.
There's another. I guess I realized another person who
But-
had
but-
That's what Daisy was saying.
I propose-
No one knows about that,
I
right?
propose.
Yeah,
Oh,
no one
yes,
knows about
nobody
that.
knows about that.
I
Anyway.
propose a 3-way arm wrestling contest to determine, or rock paper scissors, or height
I
contest.
love a trial by
for-
combat.
Todd proposes, I will pick up the bill if you sign over legal guardianship of your ward.
You don't know.
know about
First
that.
off,
Yeah, you do
first
not
off,
know.
Fuck me.
Don't worry, it's perfectly
I would.
safe.
Foul.
Foul.
DM discretion. That didn't happen. Also, you don't know about this child.
Yeah.
So for lore reasons and for quasi-legal ones, that didn't happen right there. Otherwise, we're over here. Now, Lance, I do love the idea of you arm wrestling for this when you are almost certainly going to win and therefore have to pay the fucking bill.
Although I'm pretty
But let's do
convinced
it.
I could.
Are you going to get in here and arm wrestle against Lance?
I mean, have you seen these? I paid for them. They're new.
All right, so Lies, you
paid for
clearly
those, why
can
don't you
step
pay for the
back
meal?
and
I
not
meant
do
they are
anything.
natural. They are all natural.
I fade into the
well.
background, like is my want, as I see these two guys going like, ooh, yes.
All right, bring out the arm wrestling stone. Bring it out. And they, from the back office,
Is it a
slathered in
pizza?
gravy.
Pizza stone or
I
a
know,
different-
you know, all the
Spaghetti
waiters in their contract have to do a special like arm wrestling dance.
Yeah,
you know,
they
kind of
come
like
out
at
and they're
movies.
like, hoo,
Yeah, exactly.
arm wrestling for the bill.
what
Get
I do.
down here on your knees and for the bill.
All right.
Pay us a tip or else we'll kill you real fast.
Is this
Fuck
Donkey Kong?
you.
Fuck you.
It's a good song.
Arm your
Donkey
wrestle.
Kong. All right.
Kind of dropped it at the end there, but you know what? They wrote it over a weekend, and it was
Sure,
a
and they
Nova
ne-
Coke filled weekend.
And they've never changed it.
They thought they never changed it. Yeah, they never got around to it. They haven't been able to get all together. The five fathers of Carmine's haven't been able to get together since and like to find the new one.
After
Well, I
they
mean,
left.
3 of them died that very weekend.
Yeah, that's exactly. So for posterity's sake, one of their children drew a bad charcoal drawing. It's framed in front of like it's framed on the arm wrestling thing. It's like, put your elbows on Giuseppe's face.
And it says
and arm wrestle.
for posterity's parody.
Hey.
So you two on your knees.
Yeah.
The head bus boy with the sleeves ripped off of their shirt comes in and goes, now you two is gonna have a clean arm wrestle, and whoever wins it's gotta pay the bill. It's confusing, but it's about machismo. Capiche?
Capiche.
Cheese.
Capicherino. Capicherino.
All right, let me get a strength plus body. Well, before that, let me get body plus willpower from both of you. No, sorry. Yeah, body plus body plus composure from both of you as you set yourself into like a stance of stone, preparing to arm wrestle the fuck out of each other for the honor of paying a bill that Todd didn't want to pay earlier, but now that it's come to guns, and let's be real, Todd, this is Lance, the man who has gotten constant affection from women around you when you were clearly the suavest, nicest guy in the room.
I'm clearly the nicest.
How
one here.
bad do you want to beat Lance right now?
Yeah, really bad.
Now, Lance, why do you want to win
But
this?
I'm gonna try
Huh?
to show not.
Oh, I gotta show off for my kid.
Okay, so for the child and for the new you, Todd, if you lose this one, can we get a prediction of what's going to happen?
I would imagine that I will claim that I had no intention of winning in the first place because
Okay.
I didn't want to embarrass him.
Yeah, that checks out. And if
Yeah.
you don't win,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
all right, let's do this. Body plus composure to
I got
set your
it.
poise.
We got 2.
We got a hot 4.
Oh fuck.
All right. Now what I need you both to do is roll body plus strength. Body times 2 plus strength, and then add your your
Roll,
body plus
please.
composure hits. So for Todd, body
strength.
plus strength, and then plus 2 for you, Todd. On top of that, plus 4 for you. Now I'm gonna say this: the pure energy of the moment. Todd, are you gonna roll luck on this one?
Wait, are you saying that plus 2 more dice?
Body times 2 plus strength plus 2 more dice. Body times 2 plus strength plus 4 more dice. Are you gonna roll luck on this, Todd?
Yeah, I want to roll luck or I want to do drugs. I have drugs.
Okay, so you're
Our
going
arms
to...
are set.
All right, so
our
no,
arms.
Yeah, but Todd is gonna. I mean, are you gonna know that's what's happening? So what drugs do you have?
I have a lot. I have pretty much everything available, but you know, whatever probably some coke.
Do you have Nova Coke or do you have Kamikaze?
I do believe that I have threat. What is that? Threat package?
I don't think you have any drugs that'll help you
I
with
don't
this.
think I have anything on me that I could use.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't.
All
think
right,
so.
are you gonna roll luck?
I would have cheated, but yeah, I'll use luck.
So you add your luck. You remember how to do it? It's been a while since you played.
It is. So I add a dice.
You add you add dice equal to your luck stat,
And then rule a 6.
and then roll a 6. All right, are
Alright,
you
you
rolling?
ready?
Are you doing luck too, or
What's that?
are you doing luck, or are you just confident you're gonna win this one?
Well, I don't know. People always tell me I'm big, but I don't know if that means that I have the will. And so I think I'm gonna roll luck.
All right, roll luck on this one. All right, I love to see a luck roll squandered on whoever's going to lose money. All right, this is for pride. This is for everything.
Here we go. 6 hits from Todd.
6 hits from Lance.
All right. So as your muscles lock, and as Todd's muscles bulge, steam pouring out of these things, get your arms together. Let's make sure we got this on sync. Keep it right there. The muscles pulse. They go. Todd, grunting and screeching as Lance goes, "Oh boy!" Eventually, you're locked in combat, and the sleeveless head bellboy goes, "Enough! We don't want you breaking Giuseppe's charcoal drawing. We're all over the place on this one. I find that you are both the father of this lovely family. It's 2071. We have progressive relationships now. You gotta fucking deal with it. You're both daddies of this group of people. Split the bill evenly, right down the middle, like Solomon did to that fucking baby."
Listen. You want to split it, or we could just split?
Oh, we're getting banana
Roll a
splits.
perception test on that. Hold on 1 second. I got no hits. So,
Uh,
I think it's a good time to go.
yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Big show.
all right, so I got no hits. You both run out and you leave the room at that point. And he goes, "Oh my God, I've never had this happen before. Usually it's a battle of honor. Oh my God." And then looks at the three of you and goes, "Well, one of yous is going to pay the bill, or else
you didn't
Marco
come
over here is going to have to show off his tan."
Jeez, this is what I get for bringing this rabble. I'm sorry. I did not mean to disrespect this fine establishment. I pay the bill.
All right,
Fuck
guys.
out of here.
Bobby.
And we know who the real daddy
Todd's
is.
outside the window and he's pointing and laughing at you. You go, ah!
Belly laugh.
Belly
What about you, Lance? Are
At
you?
you. This
Yeah.
is everything Todd wanted.
Well, I'm in a full.
Wait, and can I do another thing?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast a nice little 4. Oh wait, do I have to touch? I'm gonna go run outside after. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hurt you.
You're gonna cast
I'm gonna hurt
me
you
after all this.
Yeah. Of course I am.
All right, so while
That's how I
you see
knew
this,
she
Lance,
cared.
what are you doing at the window?
Huh? Oh, I'm running in a dead-on heat away from because you said split, and so I just kept going. I'm like 3 blocks down.
You've
at this
got your
point.
gun in your... Tell luck that you remembered your gun.
One hit.
You got your gun.
Like, it was a,
Yeah, you got it.
So I run and grab Todd and I cast a nice little force 4 shatter on him.
All right, so before this, Todd, do you let Bobby Ono touch you? It's a stupid
yeah.
question, but I
Are
got
you? I have to.
Yeah.
I mean, it is my deepest desire.
So, okay. Are you slapping him while you cat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I love it.
Force 4.
Yeah.
Love it.
So.
Give me body plus
Give me
willpower.
more force.
Give me a...
Oh, wait,
just-
actually, wait. If it's a force -6, I can do it up to 6 without taking any stun. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it at 6 then.
So maximum damage
Yeah.
is possible
Yeah.
without you having any consequences.
yeah.
So give me well, and you're slapping him, and you're letting this happen. So you're slapping him in the face.
Yeah.
Take just body, flat body.
Okay. Alright.
And then I do.
It's a slap, though. You're not.
Biohacking
You're not.
plus.
Yeah, biohacking plus.
No, sorry, psychomancy plus sensitivity.
Is this psycho?
So this is like.
It is, yeah.
It's a psychic slap, right?
Well, you're getting slapped. You just think you're getting slapped.
Yeah, but it's
Just
there's
normal
there's
slap,
Yeah,
I got
that's
one
what you
hit.
think. Yeah.
You got
It's a
one hit.
magic
How much
slap.
damage? What'd you get?
4 hits.
All right, so Todd, you get slapped. You feel a bunch of shit go wrong in your face. You take 9 damage. Wait. It was 4 hits.
4 hits, yeah.
Right, so that's 10 damage minus the 1 of your body taken. You take 9 damage. Todd, that means you get hit and slammed into the fucking ground. Because you fall down if it does more than your body. I don't think you have 9 body. Also, does that knock you the fuck out? Oh, I don't think we've adjusted this.
I
It should
haven't
be
fixed
6
it.
foot one.
I would.
Oh yeah, it does just enough to knock you out. You hit the ground, hearts in your eyes, boom, right on the ground,
Little
and then
birds.
Marco McMuscles come out and goes, "Oh, Bobby, you've been hitting the gym. Let's roll this guy." And it goes to your wallet, and roll
hell yeah.
luck that you don't have all $20,000 on.
I would like to mumble about how much I enjoy this. This is.
I think in your dream you did, but you're knocked unconscious before you even hit the ground.
I got at least one hit there.
You got one hit on you. All right, to show off and flash the cash, we're gonna say you had $500 on you that are stolen from you. So let's get that out.
Looks like Todd paid the bill after all.
He goes, yeah, and splits it with you and gives you $250, which makes you even because of how much Carlo Rossi you got. So you end up paying no
the
money.
sexual
Yeah.
tension in the air.
All right, and then do you leave Todd on the ground?
Yeah.
All right, and Todd wakes up later on the ground later. That's what you do with the rest of your night. And does anyone have anything to do, or should we cut till the next day?
I think that's a good place to end the night.
I wanna have a tearful reunion with the porter of my building and the man closest to a thing I could call a roommate, which is Pointy Shinwell.
We'll come back to Porny Shimwell. Let me set the scene. So,
All right.
Todd knocked unconscious in the heart of Times Square. A lover's quarrel, as he would define it. Bobby, not so much. Bobby has gone up to their apartment that is now just coated in rat shit, as nobody was living there for a while. But hey, the super is coming in right away. Now, Lance, you go home to find your place covered in old friends, rat shit as well. Just, I think you see it differently. Like the boys really went to town on the pizza that you left on the counter. And then over here lies, you go, I guess you tell me, go back home to your daughter, or do you just go drink? What do you do?
No. I do go back home. Because the thing is, she's kind of imposes herself on me, but she seems like a sound person, and I need to she seems like a sound person, and I think I need to set her straight a bit, but I like her attitude.
Do you bring a doggy bag of food home for her? There were lots of leftovers.
Oh yes, is that if there were leftovers, we paid for it.
You arrive back home. Her, David, Milliam, and Steve Gutenberg are all sitting on the couch. All four of them crammed in together. They're watching the movie Hook. It's right at the point where Dustin Hoffman has a gun to his head and is saying, "Smee, I'm gonna do." What does he say? He says, "Don't try to stop me. Try to stop me, Smee." And Axios is like, I love this part. My dad used to do this all the time. And you come in right at that moment, and David, who was about to hit, who's lighting some thing in a pipe, goes, "Oh shit, Liza's back! Hide the weed! And they all put it in Axis's fanny pack, and they're like, "Yo, Liz, come sit down. We're watching Hook."
Good movie.
It's a great movie. Yo, come sit. Scooch, everybody, scooch. And they all make a room that you'll be wedged in if you want to sit.
I've got a doggy bag of food.
David goes, "Yo, how much is that for me, dude?" And grabs it from you and starts like rooting through it.
Yeah, just we share it out. I'll grab a platter, so then I grab some stuff so we can have the.
You have a family dinner.
Yeah.
You in your collective home. Everybody happy and safe and calm, watching Hook. They sneak some weed, but do you even care, Lies, or is it just family?
At this point, no more.
Wow. And all of them said, "Wow, we couldn't have afforded food. Thank God for Lies, the daddy of the household."
But no. We're in this together, and I no. You do the same for me.
Wow. Axis says, "Don't tell my other dad, but you're a lot nicer than he was. You don't try to kill yourself half as often. And frankly, you're a lot more handsome." And with that, let's go back to Times Square. You've all gone on your ways, and Daisy Chain over here, meeting new friends, walks round the corner back to 8th Avenue, back to the porno theater that they live above.
The Peep Show store.
The what is it?
The Peep Show store.
The Peep Show store that they live above. What do you do, Daisy Chain?
Well, the door tinkles as I walk in and I say,
Gives you an ASMR shiver down your spine.
Yoo-hoo! Got any VHS cleaner?
Oh my! Is that Daisy Chain I see? And stepping out, their shirt unbuttoned down to their navel, chest hair spilling out, 2 puka shell necklaces on top of each other, fake tan on their face, not going to their neck, a pompadour poofing out. They step out and they go, Daisy Chain, light of my life, what did you do today? And then they lean over the counter and look at you.
Well, let me tell you.
Let me turn off the indecent shows. They turn it off and they put on Sound of Music, and they just.
And I tell him about going to prison and then meeting new friends.
Fantastic. I haven't seen you in so long, but I was upstairs every day cleaning away the rat shit.
Oh, see, that's what friends are for, Pointy Shinwell.
That is what friends are for. Daisy, it is so good to have you back. You're the light of New York City.
Oh, I only can hope to be. Ding.
Jing.
And with that ding, this has been the Wizard Hole. I said we should get to the meeting with New Cambridge Analytica so that we could set up what was going to happen next session, but I guess this session was just mostly horseshit, and that's fine because horseshit sessions are a real joy.
Wise became a father. There was
no
deep
horseshit.
emotional character.
It was
development.
a serious episode, guys. Deep themes were being explored here.